Attention, stations on the network. Our broadcast will begin in 2 minutes from my mark. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, mark. That was your 2-minute time check, stations. Attention, stations on the network. Our broadcast will begin in 1 minute from my mark. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, mark. That was your 1-minute time check, stations.
On the Hawkeye Sports Network. From Learfield, Hawkeye Baseball is on the air. Hawkeye Baseball is brought to you by Hy-Vee. Score big savings with the new Hy-Vee Perks membership. University of Iowa Healthcare. Changing medicine, changing lives. Oak Knoll Retirement Community. Homewood Suites and Home 2. Hawk fans, experience your home away from home at Coralville's finest all-suite hotels. Iowa Corn. You might think Iowa just grows corn, but the truth is, corn grows Iowa. Brought to you by Iowa's corn farmers of the Iowa Corn Growers Association and the Iowa Corn Promotion Board. Also brought to you by Mediacom, home of extreme and 1 gig internet speeds. Wimmer's Meats, the official hot dog of the Hawkeyes. Travel Leaders, Destinations Unlimited, the official travel partner of the Hawkeyes. And by Bud & Mary's. There's no THC cap on Iowa medical cannabis, and getting a card is fast and easy online. Get your medical card today. Visit budmary.com. This is Iowa Hawkeye Baseball.
From a warm and sunny downtown Des Moines, it's time for Iowa Hawkeye Baseball. Live from Principal Park, it's the series finale, the rubber match between the Florida International Panthers and the Iowa Hawkeyes. Wishing you a happy Saturday and a warm welcome inside the broadcast booth at Principal Park alongside my fine color analyst, John Evans. I'm John Leo. Game number 52 for Iowa today, the final game of the 2024 regular season. Iowa knows that there are more games to play after earning a trip to the Big Ten tournament in Omaha next week, but one more series win is on the line today, looking to take 2 of 3 from the Panthers and go into that conference tournament with some momentum next week. We've enjoyed bringing you Iowa baseball this season, so settle in one more time in the regular season as the Panthers battle the Hawkeyes, Florida International and Iowa, live from downtown Des Moines and Principal Park with first pitch coming in a bit. It was a heck of a bounce-back win for Iowa yesterday, run ruling FIU 15-2 in 7 innings. 1-0 pitch to Davis is hit well to right field. This will carry. Right fielder going back near the wall, and it is gone. Davis, the deputy cop, with a home run deep to right. Iowa's on the board. It's 2-1. 2-2, ground ball right side. Mitchell gloves it, flips to second for one, over to first, double play. How about that for the Hawks? The 2-1, Cade bunts it left side. It drops in front of the third baseman. Late throw, no throw. Cade Moss, how about that? He beat it out. Are you serious? Whoa! Here's the 0-1 pitch to Mitchell. This is hit well in the air to right. Right fielder going back. LaCorey at the track, at the wall. It is off the wall, over his head, and it rolls back towards the infield. One run is in. Here comes another. Mitchell to third. It's a sliding triple for Gable, and he fires up the crowd.
This season hasn't gone the way that anybody expected, but there's a lot of pride still in the dugout, both players and coaches.
Wilmus hits this high, deep to left. Get going, baby. It is gone. He hit it out of the stadium. Benny the Jet, a Benny bomb. Yes. A lot of room on the right side. Andy hits this deep left center field. Get going, baby. It is gone. With a 3-run shot to left center, and the Hawk fans are on their feet again in the first. It's 8-0. 1-2 pitch is grounded to Tello at third. Backhand stop, throw to second for one, over to first, double play. And how about that? 5-4-3. As Cade Moss comes up, Cade hits one high and deep to left. Get going, baby. It is gone. Captain Cade bombs away for Moss. Are you kidding me?
Career home run number 1, Cade Moss. Congratulations, my friend. That is awesome.
Cade comes home and hits a bomb.
Forget Cade's corner. Hit it over Cade's corner. Where is the mitt in left field today? As he puts it up there, would have hit that inflatable mitt. That is so good.
Obermuller gets a 3-pitch strikeout of Quevedo to end the top of the 5th. Very nice start for Cade Obermuller. A 7-strikeout performance. We'll do it again at 3-2. Whitlock is set. Here's the pitch. Ground ball right side. Guerin fields it at first. He'll go to the bag to record the out, and that'll do it. That's a Hawkeye winner. 15-2. The Hawkeyes beat FIU in 7. And so Iowa will look for a series win over the Florida International Panthers today, with first pitch coming at noon in downtown Des Moines. Still plenty of time if you're in the area to get to the ballpark and take in Iowa Hawkeye baseball. The regular season finale coming to you in just a little bit. A couple of interviews on deck as John will talk with redshirt infielder Jaxon Frost, and then we'll catch up with Coach Heller right after this. This is Hawkeye Baseball from Learfield.
Feel the excitement as NASCAR returns to the Iowa Speedway with Powerball and the Iowa Lottery. Just add the double play bonus to your Powerball ticket for $1, then enter it in the VIP club, and you could win tickets to the sold-out NASCAR race or other exclusive race weekend prizes. Feel the power of NASCAR and double play today. Woohoo! See complete rules and details at ialottery.com/VIP.
Have you heard about this new type of television experience from Epson? It's called the Epic Vision Ultra Laser Projection TV. It combines a new type of laser projection technology along with a unique Epson Silverflex screen to produce an epic 120-inch 4K Pro UHD picture that's up to 4 times bigger than a traditional 60-inch TV. There's no better way to watch live sports, and watching Iowa basketball play live on this big bright TV is simply awesome. If you're a sports fanatic like me, you need to check this new Epson TV out for yourself. Visit Epson.com/TV to learn more.
So do I need vaccinations?
If I don't get vaccinated, how sick can I get?
Can I get multiple vaccines at once?
What's done to make sure vaccines are safe?
It's important to address your concerns about vaccines. Just make sure to get answers from people you can trust. Ask your doctor or healthcare provider about vaccinations, because they know you and they'll always put your health first. A message from the Iowa Department of Health and Human Services.
If you've got the right tools and the friendly people at U.S. Bank in your corner, making smarter money choices is a piece of cake. If only our tools and helpful advisors could have helped you avoid some of those not-so-smart choices in life. Like that time you tried to pick up unicycling.
Whoa, coming through!
Or when you thought it'd be okay to pet that squirrel in the park.
Good squirrel, good squirrel.
While we can't help you with all that, we can help you bank smartly at usbank.com/smarter together. Member FDIC.
I'm here with Jaxon Frost. Jaxon, appreciate you joining me today.
Appreciate it. Thank you for having me.
So, I ask everybody the same question when we get started. I know you're an Iowa kid, but how did you get to Iowa City? What made Iowa City the right spot for you?
Being from Iowa, a small town school, I always grew up as a Hawkeye fan. That was our family college that we wanted to go to. And shout out to the Sticks program. They helped me get to where I am today, and without them, I wouldn't be an Iowa Hawkeye.
That's pretty cool. So, you came here then, and obviously you're the guy at your school, and you get here, and there's a lot of guys that were the guys, and so you get asked to sit. Have you ever been through an injury or anything that made you sit, or what? How have you used this year to get better?
Yeah, redshirt was definitely something that I had to take a back seat with, and it was a good learning experience for me. It was a big learning curve for me. Michael Seeger is a shortstop, Ray Tyler, third baseman. Those are some solid infielders, and to sit this year and to learn from those guys was a great experience, an opportunity to watch and grow as an individual myself. And I honestly I think I took the right path by taking a back seat and watching their craft and trying to involve into myself.
So do you get some on-field tips, like, okay, here's how we do things, here's an efficient way to field or whatever, and then do you get kind of some of the off-field stuff of, hey, here's how you go about your business? I know you haven't traveled all the time, but here's how you handle yourself day to day, week to week?
100%. On the field, they give me tips, what to do, how to field things, how to throw on the run, all this, be an athlete pretty much. And off the field, they also teach you how to carry yourself, be an individual, be a respectful young man, and how to represent the program.
So we had, we'll call it a catcher crisis early in the year.
Yeah.
And obviously we're talking about the left side of the infield positions you play. And you got asked to throw on the catcher's gear, and I've seen you in the bullpen every once in a while in the home games. What's that been like to throw that stuff on and catch some of the guys in this pitching staff?
It's definitely new. It isn't 1A baseball here. You throw on the catcher's gear, those babies are hot. But it was definitely a shock. Heller came up to me and was like, hey, we're gonna need some help in the bullpen if you're okay with that. We know you caught in high school. And I was like, I'll try my best, but no promises. And that's kind of how it went. I've been stuck here all year during my rush years, and I've had an enjoy. I've had a blast.
I suppose it's one of those things where you just you learn a different skill and you kind of see something different. And are you able to take anything from maybe seeing the game from a different set of eyes? All of a sudden it's behind home plate, and I know it's not necessarily live games, but a different perspective.
Definitely, even when you're catching bullpens and you're watching all the ball movement and stuff. I feel like that just helps you in the batter's box, catching all those movements and stuff. And it is kind of like a thing to see and seem to learn from, I guess, too, in a way.
When you catch, do you see do you do something similar to the batter of, hey, I'm tracking it out of the hand, or because the pitch that's coming, you can do it a little differently?
Yeah, actually, when you're up the bat, you're kind of watching spin, and the same thing when you're catching, you're watching that spin, watching it break and stuff, and I think that's where it correlates and kind of is similar, catching and hitting. It's basically the same thing. You're watching the pitch, watching it break, trying to catch it at the right time. It's all about timing, both positions.
Sure. So now what will you do this summer? Where are you going to head to, and when do you head there?
This summer I'm headed to St. Cloud, Minnesota to play for the Minnesota Rocks, or the St. Cloud Rocks, I should say. And I take off May 25th, and I'm excited and ready to get going.
I'm sure that there's an anticipation to put all this stuff together on the field again.
100% is. I'm ready to get to work and apply all the stuff that I've learned this year during my redshirt year and put it out there on the field.
So off the field, what do you do for fun off the field?
Off the field, I hang out with my family quite a bit. Try to spend as much time with my family, and I do a lot of outdoors things, such as hunting, fishing, anything sports related, anything like that. That's basically my hobbies.
So was sports always big in the family growing up, or?
Yeah, it was. My mom played college basketball. I think it was just like an NAIA school, Graceland University, but it was still college ball. And me and my dad and my mom, we all kind of bonded over basketball, and then football was just another sport that I still happen to be good at, so I played that as well. So it kind of just ran in the family.
So you just went from sport to sport to sport?
Every year. It was like once I was done with this sport, it was right on to the next, and I was like, all right, let's get ready for that one. There's no breaks.
So how did you fit in? How did you fit the sticks in, and how do you fit in some of the travel ball stuff then with 3 or 4 sports?
It was definitely tough. I had to make some sacrifices. I remember as a kid, like playing high school, I'd go from a football game straight to a baseball game the next day, and I'd wake up sore and stiff, and I'm like, there ain't no way I'm gonna be able to run down first base, flying into the outfield. I'm like, this is not gonna happen, but I willed myself, and I got up, and I even told coaches when they came and watched me play, I'm like, dude, I'm beat up. I'm like, I just got cracked the other day in football. I was like, I'm not feeling too good, but I made it work. I made it happen.
It's amazing at 16 and 17 how you can recover. It gets a little harder as you get older. I got bad news for you.
That's what I heard. I'm not looking forward to those days.
So, kind of as you finish up, you gonna have anything to do here in the next couple of weeks? Or we actually, I know none of you guys really take any time off, but will you have any kind of at least kind of semi downtime before you ramp up to St. Cloud, or will you just kind of take it right to it?
I think we kind of like just go with the flow for right now. Kind of just wind down a little bit before it picks back up, because once you hit summer ball, I mean, you're just on the go all the time, playing games, hitting the road. So I feel like these last couple of weeks before I head off, I'm just gonna take it nice and easy. Still get my work in, still do all my training, but try to spend as much downtime with my family and before I send off.
That'll be a lot of bus trips and things too then when you head up there, right?
100%, yeah. It'll be something, but I'm excited.
Will you be up there 3 months then? 2-3 months?
Yeah, I'll be up there the whole summer pretty much. I think I get like a week. I get a week when I come back and then school starts. So
yeah, I'd say they come back here and pick it back up again.
Yeah, pick it back up, back to the grind.
Perfect. I better let you get back in the clubhouse.
I appreciate it. Thank you for having me.
Jaxon Frost, Hawkeye infielder. We'll be back. This is Hawkeye Baseball from Learfield.
Get a great offer on the stylish HR-V or the Honda Civic, which Car and Driver called fun to drive. Honda, the brand named Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com Best Value brand for 2023. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 3.9% APR on a 2024 Honda Civic or HR-V.
So see your Central Midwest Honda dealer today. Honda gets the Midwest.
See dealer for financing details. Exclude Civic SI and Type R Car and Driver January 2023 based on 2023 brand image awards from Kelley Blue Book. Visit KBB.com for more information.
A bag of corn is, well, a bag of corn. Unless it's a bag of Pioneer brand Chrome seed corn. Then you're dealing with the most optimized yield potential, agronomic performance, and insect protection the Pioneer lineup has to offer. A bag that will make life easier for you. 8 bushels per acre easier. And much harder for rootworms than the competition. Pioneer brand Chrome products. Field proven and ready for yours. Visit pioneer.com/plantchrome.
American Equity salutes today's hero of the game. As a proud sponsor of the ongoing recognition of our military during Hawkeye games this season, please join American Equity in thanking all who have served our country. American Equity is more than just retirement savings and income products. They are committed to providing you best-in-class service and high-quality retirement income that helps deliver the independence to dream and reach your goals. To learn more about American Equity, please visit their website at american-equity.com.
Are aches, pains, or injuries keeping you on the sidelines? At Athletico, our movement experts are here to help you turn your setbacks into comebacks and create a personalized game plan for your recovery. With no prescription or referral needed, Athletico Physical Therapy is where your comeback story begins. Get started today by scheduling a free assessment at athletico.com. Proud partner of the Iowa Hawkeyes.
Welcome back to pregame coverage of Iowa Hawkeye baseball. Today, the regular season finale here at Principal Park in Des Moines, taking on the Florida International Panthers. We're joined by head coach of the Hawkeyes, Rick Heller. Coach, great win yesterday. Wow.
Oh, yeah, it was, John. It was a 180 from the night before, and you wish you could have had a few of those hits on Thursday, but it doesn't work that way, and it's a crazy game to try to figure out sometimes. But the first inning was incredible. You don't see that very often. Sometimes you see innings where you have a lot of runs like that, but we had 12 straight quality at-bats, and that's something you don't see very often. A lot of times we've talked and we didn't have 8 quality at-bats in the whole game, and we put 12 quality at-bats together, and all 3 outs probably totaled 1,200 feet, and it was really wild, and the environment here at Principal Park and the number of people and Hawk fans that were here, I mean, it was just fun. It was just a lot of fun, and I was just excited for the fans, for our players after a rough loss on Thursday, and then to see the ball flying out of here and our guys just barreling balls up, and then you don't want to forget about the job Cade Obermueller did, and combined with all the hitting, Cade was just mowing them down, and he looked like himself, and so that was a huge positive heading into the tournament. And him, Cade getting out there after a rough start against Illinois and getting back on a dirt mound and in front of 6,000 people or so, and just an electric atmosphere. How he handled that was a big step, I think, in his maturity process and maturing process. And anyway, I was really proud of Cade. He did a nice job.
This is a pretty similar park in terms of what we'll see in Omaha. That it's big. It's not a college stadium. It's a big pro ballpark, and that could help Cade as we get into next week too, don't you think?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that environment is very similar. The ball doesn't carry nearly as well in Omaha, even on advantageous wind days as it does in this ballpark, but just the environment and the grass and the dirt and everything that goes on around the scenes. It was a good trial run for Cade, and he handled it extremely well. And for him to go five innings, pick up the win and stay under his pitch count, that was pretty impressive.
That's right. Offensively, Coach, looked like a power team yesterday. Let's start with Cade Moss, first career home run. He's been one of those all-time Hawks, hasn't he?
Yeah, for sure he has. I couldn't have been happier, more excited for a guy as I was, not just me, but all of us were for Cade. The year he's had where he breaks a hamate bone, has surgery, didn't get to play a lot of the season. The hitting came back slow with the hand, and quite honestly had been in a pretty bad funk coming into this series. And to see him hit one out of here in his hometown in front of all of his family and friends and all the people that were out here to watch, I mean, it was so exciting. And I guess when you have a good culture and when you have a good bunch of guys and guys that play and do things the right way, when he hit that ball, and at the time, what were we up, 13-0 or something? And when Cade hit that ball, the dugout erupted like we just won the College World Series with a walk-off in the bottom of the ninth. That's how happy everyone was for Cade, and seeing that and feeling that, it just made me happy to see our guys experiencing pure joy over someone else's success, and happy for him because of what he's meant to the program, and the fact that they understood that and knew that and felt that was a really cool experience and a cool thing.
Head coach of the Hawkeyes, Rick Heller, on our pregame show from Principal Park today. All right, Coach, the series finale, rubber match with FIU, regular season finale. Wow, time really has flown by. What do you expect in this game today?
That's a good question, because we've had two crazy ones.
Yep.
And, Coach Banks usually sends me a note after every game, and his note today was, when you figure this game out, let me know.
That's good. We'll give it a shot to figure it out today, huh?
And so, the thing I mentioned to the guys last night is, if you think back, we've had 3 Saturdays where things went really well for us. And in all 3 Sunday games, we laid an egg. We were flat. The offense was sluggish. And let's face it, I mean, it's not an easy deal. I mean, by the time we got out of here, it was 11 o'clock. Mm-hmm. We were back in the ballpark. We were over here eating breakfast at 8:30 in the locker room, and that's a quick turnaround. And the emotional roller coaster that these kids are on, in a baseball series, I don't think the general public or many people understand, even those in other sports. In the other sports, it's a game and then preparation and rest and practice and a game. Occasionally in basketball, just in the tournament setting, they play in a back-to-back situation. But this is our life every single day, and getting up this morning, it wasn't easy. After the emotions of last night, but the challenge to the guys was, let's come out and see if we can put a Sunday together with the same type of focus. I mean, you're not going to probably get the same results, but we need to have good at-bats, quality at-bats up and down the lineup, and not waste the at-bats, and as dialed in as we were last night, and not chasing and doing damage on every pitch over the big part of the plate. We need to continue that today. I mean, we need to stay off the edges. The guy we're facing, Knox, you'll see it from the booth, John. He's got a lot of movement. Okay. I mean, it's a little funky and something you don't see very much. I mean, he's got the kind of run it almost looks like a screwball. He's a right-handed pitcher where the ball really comes back over the plate from the outside. And we ran into some hit pitchers from FIU on Thursday that were on. Good stuff on. Same story with Knox. I mean, a lot of days he's not on, and you can eliminate the off speed because he can't throw it first strike. But it's nasty, and the fastball's got movement like that you don't see very often, and so he can give you a lot of trouble if you're not dialed in and you're on the edges and you're chasing the slider out of the zone. He's got a good changeup. That same thing, you're chasing that out of the zone. It's going to be a long day, and then I don't know how long they're going to throw him, but we haven't seen Puck, who's a Cedar Rapids kid. Whose brother's in the big leagues, and he has good stuff. I mean, he'll be 95, 96, and same story. You catch him on the wrong day, it can be a tough day. So we have to be locked in and ready to go, or we'll find ourselves right back in a situation like we were in on Thursday night.
With that being said about their pitching, Coach, who will you be rolling out to the mound today?
We're going to start Anthony Watts today. Anthony's been doing a great job out of the bullpen for us, and he's had some starts here and there. But ideally, we wanted to throw Anthony last night. The plan was, thinking Cade would maybe go 4, that Anthony could come in and give us 3 or 4, and then get to the back end of the game. But with it being a 10-run rule situation, and Cade getting us through the 5th, it just seems silly to throw Anthony, one of our better guys, the 6th and 7th inning in a game that was potentially going to be a 10-run rule game, and so it was a tough decision, and I started talking with Anthony about the 3rd inning, and I was just getting his take on it. I said, told him the situation, what we just talked about. I go, what do you want to do? Because the key is that we have you sharp next week. That's right. Because Anthony doesn't bounce back quite as quick as some of the other guys. So if he had a 75-pitch stint today, he definitely wouldn't be able to go Tuesday if we played, and then he'd probably be okay on Wednesday, but probably Thursday would be a better day with that many pitches. So after talking it over with Anthony and Sean, our pitching coach, we just decided we wanted to get Volker and Whitlock into the game last night to make sure they got in. And then also, 2 older guys, make sure those 2 seniors get out there in this environment and get a pitch. But that's the plan. So I don't think we'll go much more than 40-50 with Anthony today, maybe 50. We'll see how it goes. If they're fairly clean innings where he's not fighting out of a lot of trouble, we may go a smidge more than that. But the good thing is we've got a loaded bullpen. We want to get Gannon Archer out there. We want to get Ben DeTay out there. There's some other guys that we can go to, and then Jack Young will be ready to rock and roll today. So, we'll just be able to play this one we'll play this one if we need to use Jack to get us out of an inning in the fifth. If we feel like that's the leverage inning, then that's what we'll do. Ideally, we'd like to have him close it out, but with the other guys that we have today, I think we can play it that way.
Coach, before we let you go, you got your 30th win of the season yesterday, and I know you have higher bars to reach for this year and every year, but that means every year that you've been the coach here at Iowa, you've got to 30 wins with the exception of those 2 COVID-shortened years. Maybe just talk to the consistency of the culture of the program that you've built here.
Well, I said something to Marty after the game. I said, like you said, I mean, the goals are bigger every year, but to be able to get to 30 after all that's happened this year, and it hasn't gone the way we would have liked and all that, but you sit here with 1 game left to go in the regular season. We're going to have a winning season. It's going to be the 11th straight winning season for the program. Getting to 30 wins. To your point, every season, except for the shortened season, 2 of those. So the 9th 30-win season in our time here. That's a good thing. I mean, that's a really good thing. It's a good thing for the program. It's a good thing for this group to leave for next year's team. And it just was a really good feeling to know, regardless of what happens the rest of the way, those 2 things at least have been attained, and those standards are being upheld, and it was good.
Very happy for you, Coach. Let's take it to the Panthers today and finish the regular season strong.
All right, thanks a lot, John.
Head coach of the Hawkeyes, Rick Heller, on our pregame show from Principal Park today. We'll get set for starting lineups and first pitch right after this. This is Hawkeye Baseball from Learfield.
Get a great offer on the stylish HR-V or the Honda Civic, which car and driver called fun to drive. Honda, the brand named Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com best value brand for 2023. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 3.9% APR on a 2024 Honda Civic or HR-V.
So see your Central Midwest Honda dealer today. Honda gets the Midwest.
See dealer for financing details. Exclude Civic SI and Type R car and driver January 2023 based on 2023 brand image awards from Kelley Blue Book. Visit KBB.com for more information.
Even the simplest act can set a chain of good in motion. Like choosing Delta Dental of Iowa for your dental and vision insurance. Because we invest in your community. So whether you get your plan at work or purchase it through us, you make a difference for others. Visit sharinghealthysmiles.com and choose Delta Dental for your smile, for your health, and for your community.
John Evans and John Leo in the broadcast booth at Principal Park in downtown Des Moines. The starting lineups have been announced. We'll step aside one more time as the national anthem is about to be performed. We're back right after this. This is Hawkeye Baseball from Learfield.
Hi, I'm Gary Dolphin, and if you want your home to be exceptionally comfortable during these cold Iowa winters and hot, humid summers, you need to turn to Dave Lennox and your local Lennox home comfort specialist. Lennox has been serving Iowa consumers since 1895, when Dave Lennox built his first furnace in Marshalltown, and Lennox is still building its high-efficiency furnaces and air conditioners there today. For the best home comfort system you can buy, it's Lennox and your local Lennox dealer. Lennox and the Hawkeyes. Now there's a winning combination.
Welcome back to the Nitrogen Stabilizers Draft.
Optonite technology, first pick, just like the last 46 years.
That's what we love about this sport. We just don't know.
We know. It keeps nitrogen in the corn's root zone for 8 weeks. Compare with 2 weeks for others.
With the first pick, farmers select
Optonite technology from Corteva Agriscience. That's it. I'm going for pretzel.
The pick is in. Optonite technology from Corteva Agriscience with Inserve and Instinct Next Year Nitrogen Stabilizers.
All right, the national anthem is complete at Principal Park. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Iowa Hawkeye Baseball. All right, John Evans, the finale of the regular season. You got things started back in February, and let's wrap things up today.
Pretty crazy. Full circle. Today will be the best baseball day, at least the warmest baseball day we've had. Winds blowing out, so important for pitchers on both teams to keep that ball down. Fly balls today. We saw it a little bit yesterday before it got darker. The weather really, the ball really jumped out of here, especially during batting practice, and so would expect more of the same today. So pitchers be on alert.
I've asked this a couple times, I guess, as we've led into each game this series. What are you looking for today?
Kind of a good start out of Anthony Watts. You know, his he started Illinois on the weekend, so he's been here before, but now it's a little different pressure. It's your hometown. You come back, you're from Clive, and so to pitch here in your hometown, get off to a good start, but really see. What we saw last night from the Iowa bats was a good, consistent approach. Even the outs were, especially that first inning, the outs were all loud outs. And so carry that approach over. Coach Heller mentioned in the pregame interview that we've seen it before on a Saturday and maybe not carried it to a Sunday. So push that all the way through now and maintain that consistency to carry to Omaha.
All right, let's get you today's starting lineups. We'll go first with Florida International. They're 26-27. The Panthers will be led off by Brylan West, the third baseman, followed by Armando Becerra and Ryan Guida. Middle of the order, Jeff LaCorey, Alex Ulloa, and Hector Candelas. 7, 8, 9, Keyshawn Frett, Roylan Quevedo, and Brendan Roney. Iowa defensively, as the Hawkeyes have taken the field, Raider Tello at third, Michael Seegers at short, Gable Mitchell at second, Davis Kopp at first. Outfield left to right, Will Mulfler, Andy Nelson, and Ben Wilmus. The catcher today is Cade Moss. And the starting pitcher is Anthony Watts, a right-handed sophomore from Clive.
2-1 on the season with 19 appearances. He has 2 starts. He also has a save, a .320 ERA, 39 1/3 innings, 25 hits, 16 runs, just 14 earned, 29 walks, and 53 strikeouts. Opponents only hitting 181 against Anthony. He's got a good arsenal. Fastball will be up in the low to mid-90s. Throws a nice changeup and a good slider off that as well. So seen him start to the last 2 months. He's done a much better job of dominating the zone, and his outings have gotten a little longer and a little crisper, and see a little bit more out of that today.
As we look ahead to the Big Ten tournament next week, too, Watts is a key piece. Looking forward
for Iowa to get deep and make a visit to that championship game again. Anthony Watts is going to get the ball somewhere in there to help him get there.
Right, and you don't know which day it will be, but when Anthony's called on, he will need to perform, and he has the past few months, as you said, John.
Yeah, the one thing we know, Iowa's locked into the 4-5 game. We don't know whether that's Tuesday night or Wednesday afternoon, but we know they'll be there, and then the road is Thursday, Saturday, Sunday to a championship.
That's right. And the reason we don't know if it's Tuesday or Wednesday is because the top seed technically gets to choose when they play, if they want to play on Tuesday or Wednesday. That could be Illinois or it could be Nebraska. Illinois clinched a share of the Big Ten championship yesterday with their win over Purdue. Anthony Watts deals a strike to Brylan West. We're underway in Des Moines. 12:06. The first pitch crosses the plate. Righty on righty matchup. Here's the 0-1, just outside, 1-1.
Michigan State trying to make that Illinois-Purdue game not matter. Michigan State leads 4-0, bottom of the fourth over Nebraska.
That would allow Illinois to win it outright. 1-1 pitch from Watts. Check swing. He certainly went around. They'll send it down to first, and the first base umpire agrees. That's Timothy Canton over there at first. Matthew Anderson is the home plate umpire. Wayne Harris out at second. Trey Nelson over at third base today. 1-2 strikes. Here's the pitch from Watts. Slider in the dirt. Outside as well. 2-2. Other action around the Big Ten today. All other teams are playing with the exception of Michigan and Indiana, correct?
Correct. And then I think Rutgers just 10-run ruled Ohio State. So that game is over, 12-1 in 7.
2-2 from Watts is hit high, left field. Will Mulfler camped underneath it, backpedaling a touch. And Will caught it for out number 1.
Yeah, even that ball that looked like it was hit straight up in the air, got all the way to the track. Used every bit of wind to blow it as far as it did, but that's kind of a testament to you're going to have to keep the ball down. Both pitchers will want to be low in the zone for strikes.
5 pitches from Watts to get that first out. And Armando Becerra will walk into the box. Left-handed hitter for the Panthers, and he's hit by the pitch. Caught him in the foot. And so Becerra is on base for the second time this weekend. Ryan Guida is the batter. He's the DH for FIU today, batting third for the Panthers. First pitch is waved at and missed. Good start from Watts.
Just to stay on that Big Ten tournament for a minute, the Ohio State loss puts them in a tie for 7th with Penn State. Somebody else is going to have to do the math to find out which one ends up in 8th and on Iowa's side of the tournament bracket.
0-1, just low and out. Called a ball 1-1. That could be interesting if we assume it's Illinois that's the top seed. Illinois against Ohio State or Illinois against Penn State. Ohio State did beat Illinois once during the regular season. Fastball downstairs, 2-1. I don't know if Illinois played Penn State.
That's what I was just looking. No, Illinois took 2 of 3. Took 2 of 3 from Ohio State. Run ruled them in the final game of the series.
2 balls and a strike on Guida. The pitch from Watts. Ground ball up the middle. Seegers dives, but it's through into center field. Runner going from second to third. Here comes the throw to third base. It's off the bag from Nelson. And there'll be runners at the corners for FIU in the first.
Good piece of hitting there. Just barely snuck under Seeger's glove as tried to make the diving play. A big spot here early in the game for Anthony Watts and the Hawkeye defense.
1 out, top of the first. Warm and sunny day in Des Moines. Couple wispy clouds over to the left. By far the hottest day of the year.
Watts says 82, working to 86.
Heat up nicely. Wind blowing out to center right now. Swing and a miss by Jeff LaCorey, the starting first baseman for FIU. Weather in Omaha looks decent. Maybe some rain on Tuesday, but mid-70s as we pack our bags. I'm packing a full bag, John. I think that I'm planning on being there till Sunday. 0-1 is hit on the ground to Kopp at first. He touches the bag, now throws to second. Seegers applies the tag for the double play. And let's see if they've allowed the run.
The run will count.
They will count the run, and it's 1-0 Florida International. The run scored before the double play was finished.
Yeah,
I think that's a coaching moment.
Well, yeah, because he took away the force out when he threw it down to second base, that allowed the run to score first. And what you almost had to try to turn that as a regular double play to get the run to not count.
1-0 FIU. We'll bring you to the bottom of the first right after this. This is Hawkeye Baseball from Learfield.
So why do I need vaccinations?
If I don't get vaccinated, how sick can I get?
Can I get multiple vaccines at once?
What's done to make sure vaccines are safe?
It's important to address your concerns about vaccines. Just make sure you get answers from people you can trust. Ask your doctor or healthcare provider about vaccinations, because they know you and they'll always put your health first. A message from Iowa Department of Health and Human Services.
Brown Deer Golf Club offers a pure golf experience. Manicured bent grass fairways with tees and greens carved into gracefully rolling landscape. Challenging, yet extremely playable. Improve your game with PGA instruction and our full-service pro shop. Treat yourself to Bunker's Bar and Grill for lunch or dinner. And our scenic Greenview Banquet Room is perfect for weddings or any special event. Brown Deer Golf Club, a stunning country club setting at affordable public rates.
Today's game is presented by Iowa Department of Health and Human Services Immunization Program, reminding you to talk to your healthcare provider about vaccines and see which are right for you and your family. Vaccines an easy home run.
John Evans and John Leo back at Principal Park in downtown Des Moines. Bottom of the first inning, Iowa trailing FIU 1-0. Andy Nelson, Ray Tertello, and Davis Koppel lead things off for Iowa, followed by Reese Moore, the DH, and then Will Moeffler and Gable Mitchell. Ben Wilmus, Michael Seegers, and Cade Moss round out the Iowa batting order today. The starting pitcher for FIU is Cameron Knox, a right-handed senior from Mount Lebanon, Pennsylvania.
1-5 on the season, 15 appearances with 12 starts, just a 3.72 ERA, 48 1/3 innings, 46 hits, 36 runs, only 20 of those earned, 13 walks, 34 strikeouts. Opponents hitting .246 against him.
Ground ball hit up the middle. The second baseman playing on a shift to the left of the bag is able to field it and throw out Andy at first base to start Iowa's offensive day.
See a fastball move up in the upper 80s, might touch 90. He'll throw then a slider and a changeup off that. And a good mixed guy. He'll try to throw them all. If the Hawkeye hitters are patient, they're going to get a fastball over the plate somewhere that they can hit, but going to lay off the edges again.
Yeah, the record isn't great for Knox, but he's got a pretty good ERA, and the strikeouts to walk ratio is all right as well.
Yeah, it really does. And you know, you look at that, almost half the runs are unearned, so it's kind of a hard luck.
0-1 to Tello is just below the knees, 1-1. Yeah, that's something we talked about on on Thursday. The first game of the series was that Florida International defensively is not outstanding. As Tello hits it on the ground to third, backhand stop by West, and the throw over to first is picked out of the turf. Just on cue, right on cue. We're just about to talk about Florida International and their fielding percentage, and they've made outstanding plays on the defense.
They've made one error this weekend, and both ends of that one. A great pick by West, and maybe an even better pick by LaCorey at first.
I haven't seen much like it, really, because they're making every standard play that you need to make, and then they're making the extraordinary plays as well.
Yeah, the Panthers have absolutely made plus plays.
Knox off to a good start, getting Nelson and Tello to ground out. Here's Davis Kopp. Then on the flip side of things for Iowa, here's the third game of the series that we've talked about a lot this year. The Sunday game, or the final game. Iowa's bats have typically been slow on a few occasions this year.
Yeah, Illinois game last week, got a couple home runs in the first and second inning, but then really settled in a bad way after that.
Kopp takes a breaking ball high, 2-1.
Northwestern the week before that had to play 13 innings, get 4 behind Brody Breck and Lincoln, 5 at home against Rutgers, but it's been a pretty quiet Sunday for the most part.
Ground ball left side. Third baseman West has it. He throws it across. Iowa goes down 1-2-3 in the first. FIU leads it 1-0. We're back for the second right after this. This is Hawkeye Baseball from Learfield.
Are aches, pains, or injuries keeping you on the sidelines? At Athletico, our movement experts are here to help you turn your setbacks into comebacks and create a personalized game plan for your recovery. With no prescription or referral needed, Athletico Physical Therapy is where your comeback story begins. Get started today by scheduling a free assessment at athletico.com. Proud partner of the Iowa Hawkeyes.
How do you become America's best-selling brand? Let's break it down. Innovative tech means smarter and safer driving. Intelligent all-wheel drive will keep you ready for anything. And built Ford tough trucks will always get the job done. Plus, come into your local Ford store today and get super low APR financing, big cash back, and great lease offers on Ford's full line of cars, trucks, and SUVs. That's Ford, and that's how you become America's best-selling brand. Sales claim based on calendar year sales.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by the University of Iowa. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the expressed written consent of the university and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by the university.
Top of the second inning, Florida International coming to the plate. They've got the 1-0 lead. Ulloa, Candelas, and Frett come to the plate. And that's 5, 6, and 7 for the Panthers. One base hit by a pitch, grounded into a double play, but a sort of a backwards double play for Iowa that allowed the run to score before the final out. Anthony Watts pitching to Ulloa, gets a swing and a miss to start.
I did a pretty good job in the zone. Just hit that second hitter, hit Becerra, first pitch of the at bat, I think.
Right.
So caused a little extra traffic there.
Anthony Watts on the mound for Iowa today, getting the start. 1-1 pitch, hit in the air to center. Right to Andy Nelson. He makes the catch for the first out of the inning.
Yeah, I still don't think the ball's going to travel well to center. You can get it out to left and right, and somebody may hit one to that batter's eye today, but it's still a lot of work.
Right, it's a day that will continue to warm. It's probably the windiest day of the three, but I think you're right, John. First pitch swinging is Hector Candelas, fouled it off over to the left. Wind was blowing out to left last night, and Iowa took advantage of that. Iowa elevated a ton of pitches and then come out today and hit 3 ground balls to start, but that's how it goes, right? New game. Ball 1 to Candelas, up and away. Candelas getting the start in right field for the Panthers, left-handed hitter. 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss. Watts threw it by him.
So what happened yesterday, why we lost, we don't have TrackMan this weekend, but why we lost the scoreboard clock as well was somebody in batting practice for one of the teams hit the Hawkeye sensor in center field.
Really?
And so knocked the sensor out, so we don't even have in-house miles per hour or velo because of a batting practice mishap.
Just have to use the old-fashioned eyeballs here, John, huh? Yeah. High and out. What do you say that was? I think that was in the 80s, don't you think?
Yeah, ish.
Yeah. Our margin is going to be pretty wide.
Everything's going to have an ish on it.
2 balls and 2 strikes on Candelas. Here's the pitch from Watts. Called third strike. Beautiful breaking ball on the outside edge. Watts gets his first strikeout of the afternoon.
Perfect pitch there. Dots the outside part of the plate right down at the knees.
Kept it low. Very nicely done. Keyshawn Frett comes up for the Panthers. Left fielder, right-handed hitter. Frett with 14 home runs on the season. That leads the team. Up and in from Watts. Ball 1.
14 home runs, 2 doubles, and a triple. So he either elevates it and hits it a long ways, or it doesn't go that far.
Yeah, and a little bit of a lower average at 265, so one of those stats that you kind of take a look at.
53 strikeouts in 136 at-bats. Oof.
Watts getting squeezed a little bit there on the inner edge. 3 balls and no strikes. Needs to find the strike zone to support your statistical point you're making there, John.
Yeah, because you add those two together, you're 67, which is basically half of his at-bats are strikeouts or home runs.
Wow.
That's pretty impressive.
Yes. 3 balls and a strike on him here in the top of the second inning. The Panthers lead it 1-0. Watts from the windup. Here's the pitch. High fly ball left side. This will come towards the Iowa dugout. Raider Tello at third, sprinting down the line. Does Raider have room? Ooh. No, he doesn't. He reached over, and it got into the Iowa dugout. Foul ball, 3-2.
I think if Raider's 6'2", he catches that. So the joke this morning when I saw him on, he said, "What did you make fun of me about today, or yesterday?" And I said, "Well, I think it was the conference triples lead." So.
You got him early. You got him in the second inning today.
Because I was not stopping.
3 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch from Anthony Watts. Line foul over to the right. We'll do it again. That was fresh on your mind, wasn't it,
The funny thing is he kind of knows what it is, so he lobs up the softballs to swing at for us, so it's kind of nice of him.
Payoff pitch coming from Watts. Here it is. High and tight, ball 4.
Pretty good at bat there from Frett. Fought off a good pitch from Watts on the first 3-2 pitch. And Anthony missed on the next one. Frett takes the free base.
Inning continues for FIU in the top of the second. They lead it 1-0. Here's Roylan Quevedo, minimal at bats, 39 on the season, 9 for 39. First pitch from Anthony's inside for ball 1. I'll break down that statistically for this FIU hitter, John. 39 at bats, 16 strikeouts, 15 walks.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive, the balance there. So probably takes some pitches, not afraid to get deep in a count.
Slider downstairs, ball 2. Anthony needs to regroup a little bit. It'll take a moment, and his catcher, Cade Moss, will go out and motivate him a bit here.
Well, this is where you want to see Anthony just attack the strike zone. You've got a guy that hits .231, just 3 extra base hits. Use the big ballpark. Use your stuff as an advantage and just go after him. Basically tell him, hey, hit it as far as you can and see what happens. Mm-hmm. If he catches one, all right, fine. But for the most part, the park's probably going to contain him.
In his 39 at-bats, Quevedo has 3 doubles. No triples or home runs. He's the starting second baseman for the Panthers today. That's from the left side. He's had a couple of at-bats this weekend. 2 balls, no strikes. Watts from the stretch with a runner at first base, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Low and in, ball 3.
Yeah, I mean, he does have an on-base percentage of .429, so he's a guy that's particular. You're going to have to come in the zone. And, of course, now at 3-0, you certainly do, but
3-0 is across, 3-1. Short lead at first base with 2 outs. 3 balls and a strike. Oh, he takes off. The pitch is fouled left side. Off the sweet ricochet back to the front row of the upper block of seating, and a good catch made on that ricochet.
5 seats away from my parents. They better have their heads on swivels.
Ooh. Parents in the house today, John.
Parents are in the house.
Sitting in the sun, huh?
the usher assured them that it wouldn't be the sun for very long.
Ball 4, back-to-back walks in the second with 2 outs. Puts a little traffic on the base paths for the Panthers. I don't know if I'm buying what that usher's selling them, John. You think so? It's going to be a couple innings more in that sun, huh?
It would certainly seem that way. The sun seems pretty high right now.
Sitting over to the left. Another good crowd today, a few thousand.
Yeah, I'm trying to decide. I don't think it's quite Thursday's crowd yet. So maybe 2,500, 3,000.
Mm-hmm. Good start from Watts. He gets a swing and a miss from Brendan Roney, the catcher for FIU, also batting 9th. 6,300 last night in attendance. Good crowd. 0-1 from Watts. This is lined foul over to our right. And it's 0-2. Anthony's in a good position here.
Kids just went inside. Ball basically went right to him, and they just went inside.
No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Watts comes set. Checks the runner at second base from the belt. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Watts gets the strikeout to end the inning. That's the second strikeout of the inning for Watts. He keeps Florida International off the scoreboard. We'll go to the bottom of the second. Coming up right after this, Iowa trails 1-0. This is Hawkeye Baseball from Learfield.
Feel the excitement as NASCAR returns to the Iowa Speedway with Powerball and the Iowa Lottery. Just add the double play bonus to your Powerball ticket for $1, then enter it in the VIP club, and you could win tickets to the sold-out NASCAR race or other exclusive race weekend prizes. Feel the power of NASCAR and double play today. Woohoo! See complete rules and details at ialottery.com/VIP.
So do I need vaccinations?
If I don't get vaccinated, how sick can I get?
Can I get multiple vaccines at once?
What's done to make sure vaccines are safe?
It's important to address your concerns about vaccines. Just make sure to get answers from people you can trust. Ask your doctor or healthcare provider about vaccinations, because they know you and they'll always put your health first. A message from the Iowa Department of Health and Human Services.
Welcome back to Hawkeye Baseball. Are you or someone you know in crisis or having suicidal thoughts? Call the 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline for 24/7 free and confidential support. There is hope. Call or chat 988. A message from Iowa HHS.
Iowa trailing FIU 1-0. In the bottom of the second inning, the Hawkeyes went down in order in the first. It'll be Reese Moore, Will Mulfler, and Gable Mitchell coming up now for Iowa.
Michigan State gets two more, 6-0 now, headed to the bottom of the fifth as Michigan State looks to relegate Nebraska to the 2 spot in the Big Ten.
And Michigan State is out?
Michigan State is out.
Okay. So do we know all the 8 teams that are in? Okay.
The 8 teams are set. It will be Illinois, Nebraska, Indiana, Iowa, Michigan, Purdue, Ohio State, and Penn State.
Reese Moore swings at the first pitch, lifts it into center. Becerra is underneath it for the first out.
It's just a matter of and actually, there's only a few ordering issues. 1 and 2 need order issued, and 7 and 8 are set. I just can't tell you what it is because I haven't seen what the common opponent record is. So
you're way too hard on yourself, John. It's not up to you to figure it out. They'll figure it out. It's okay.
They'll figure it out, and funny enough, they don't know who they're going to play anyway because 1 and 2 are still sorting itself out. So
strike one to Mulfler. I think we're all right with him not swinging at that pitch. Pretty low and out there. 0-1 to Will. Same spot, same call. 0-2. Well, Coach Heller talked about the pitch from Knox that kind of breaks back into the zone from the right-hander, and he's working that outer edge. I guess he's getting that call right now. 0-2. Too far outside that time. Will laid off.
Yeah, why do you not go back there if you're Knox? Yeah, he gets arm side run, so basically it runs like a little screwball and comes back in on right-handers, and he's just dotting the outside.
1-2 is hit on the ground to short. Ulloa welcomes it in, throws it over. 2 down.
4 ground outs and a fly out?
Mm-hmm.
That's less than ideal.
Yeah, Iowa looking for their first base runner. An outstanding first inning yesterday. Wasn't necessarily expecting the same production today. Iowa had home runs and doubles and triples. The Hawkeyes hit for the cycle in the first inning yesterday.
Well, on the other side of it was the 3 outs were all well-struck balls, too. There wasn't a cheap hit or a cheap out of all whatever it was, 10, 11 guys that came, 12 guys that came to the plate.
Gable Mitchell in the box for Iowa now, left-handed hitter. Now, switch hitter going from the left side. Second baseman for Iowa has a 1-1 count on him. Yeah, Coach Heller broke out his tape measure for those 3 outs in that first inning. He thought, well, about 1,200 feet is what he came up with.
And he's awful close. If you figure 400 center field and take off 3 or 4 feet off each of them, he's right in the ballpark.
2-1 to Mitchell. This one's hit high and deep to right field. Right fielder going back. Get going, baby. It is gone. Gable Mitchell ties us up with a home run to right.
He got it into the Busch Lights seating for me. We were joking about that yesterday. He said he hit it off the wall and got one. Home run number 4 now for Gable Mitchell as he has found a power stroke. Was about, 8 to 10 feet short yesterday as he hit one off that wall. Made sure he didn't make a mistake on this one, got all of it. All of a sudden there's some life in this joint.
Tied up at 1 in the second. Gable got all of that one.
I missed my track, man.
You would have liked to know the stats to that one.
I would.
Well, take a shot at it. What do you think? You can't really be wrong as Ben Wellmus is hit by the pitch to keep the inning going in the bottom of the second. We have no way of knowing, John. You're the only one that's going to throw it out there.
I'm going to guess 102 off the bat. And
oh, wow. You're going with the velo, too.
102 off the bat, and it went Went 394 feet.
Boom, write it down.
And we'll put the asterisk by it of estimated all made up. And Marty Sutherland and I were talking before the game, and one of the things that we talked about that first inning yesterday was, man, it would have been to see the exit velo on all 11 hitters yesterday for that. That might have been the highest average velo that any 11 batters would have put together, and because I'm not sure any of them would have been less than 100.
First pitch to Michael Seegers is downstairs, ball one.
And Andy Nelson hit a home run and a single that were probably both over 108 or 110. Oof.
Outer edge for a strike. 1-1 on Michael.
As long as we're consistently generous there, that's all that matters.
So the pitch below must be out of the zone because it's low then.
I'll buy that.
1-1 to Seegers. That's up and in for a ball. 2-1. Just trying to process of elimination, I guess.
Still the bottom of the second inning. We got to figure it out. We're learning the zone too.
Wilmus at first base. 2 balls and a strike on Seegers with 2 outs. Here's the pitch from Knox. Michael grounds it foul. Third. Looks like Knox is a little slower to the plate. Are you picking up the same thing?
He's got a deliberate step, but his numbers say he's pretty average, and so wouldn't surprise me now with maybe a 2-2 count if you put Wilmus in motion.
Ben takes off. The 2-2 is hit into right center field, and that one will get caught on a dive by the right fielder, Candelas. Boy, I thought it was going to get down, and then the right fielder came in out of nowhere to dive for it and rob the Hawks of another run. Seegers couldn't get it to fall. Gable Mitchell ties it up at 1 with a solo home run to right. We'll bring you the third right after this. 1-1 between Iowa and Florida International. This is Hawkeye Baseball from Learfield.
Get a great offer on the stylish HR-V or the Honda Civic, which car and driver called fun to drive. Honda, the brand named Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com best value brand for 2023. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 3.9% APR on a 2024 Honda Civic or HR-V.
So see your Central Midwest Honda dealer today. Honda gets the Midwest.
See dealer for financing details. Exclude Civic SI and Type R car and driver January 2023 based on 2023 brand image awards from Kelley Blue Book. Visit KBB.com for more information.
Are aches, pains, or injuries keeping you on the sidelines? At Athletico, our movement experts are here to help you turn your setbacks into comebacks and create a personalized game plan for your recovery. With no prescription or referral needed, Athletico Physical Therapy is where your comeback story begins. Get started today by scheduling a free assessment at athletico.com. Proud partner of the Iowa Hawkeyes.
Hawkeye Baseball is brought to you by Riverside Casino and Golf Resort, home of the Draft Day Sports Lounge, a luxury hotel and spa, 5 restaurants, and more just minutes south of Iowa City.
Gable Mitchell ties things up with a solo home run in the bottom of the second. That's a good present for his grandfather and grandmother, Dan Gable, and his wife, who are in attendance today celebrating their 50th anniversary.
50th anniversary, that's pretty impressive. I thought 25 for me last week was pretty good, but 50's twice as good.
Double it up. 50's a big number.
50's a big number.
I can't say anything about that. I think you can have a discussion about it.
When you looked out at him, though, and looked, did it not look like he was still ready to wrestle?
Yes. He popped up out of his chair. They honored him in between innings, Coach Gable and his wife. And, yeah, he was ready to go. He gave her all the credit for the 50, though.
And then got her to stand up so she could get her applause, too.
Top of the order for Florida International in the top of the third. It's 1-1. This is Brylan West. Anthony Watson, a nice job against him. He got him out earlier, and he's in the driver's seat, 0-2. From the windup, here's the pitch from Watts. In the dirt, 1-2. Check swing, and they sent it down on the appeal, but did not go, and it's 1-2 now.
Looked like he held up.
Yep. Watts was starting to circle the mound. He was trying to sell it. 1-2 from Anthony. Uh-oh, this is hit to left. Mulfler going back, and that one is gone. Solo home run for Brylan West. That is the 10th of the season for him, and Florida International back out in front, 2-1.
Boy, and that's a tough one on an 0-2 pitch or a 1-2 pitch to make that mistake in the middle of the plate. You can do that to the guy with 3 extra base hits that are all doubles. You can't really do that to the guy with 9 home runs.
Got a run in every inning so far as we get to the 3rd. Single runs for each team. 2-1, the Panthers have the lead. Watts pitching to Becerra, whom he hit in the first inning. Righty on lefty matchup. Breaking ball inner edge, and it's 1-1.
I was watching some of the replay. Becerra, especially on a pitch like that, really does kind of drop his knees into it, not afraid to take an inside pitch and get hit by it.
Ground ball to first. Davis Kopp smothers it on a hop and takes it to the bag himself.
Good play there by Davis. Was really just kind of circled it and was going to make sure that he corralled it. Caught it cleanly with the glove, though. Was able to step on the bag easily.
One out for Guida. Fastball high from Watts. Outside from Anthony, 2-0. That was pitch number 46 for Anthony. And Coach Heller talked about maybe 40 or 50 pitches from Anthony today. 2-0 is lined into left, and that is fair and into the corner. Guida's around first, headed for second. Here comes the throw, and it'll be a double for Guida.
Funny thing of watching him around the bases, he did not want to go to second. He looked around like he was just going to camp at first base, and then he realized it actually got into the corner and had to shift into the next gear to get going again.
A few extra base hits here for Florida International to get them going in the 3rd. Jeff LaCorey is the batter. One out for Watts and the Hawkeyes. First pitch from Anthony is outside.
I think if you're Iowa in the pitch count, you just watch it, like Anthony, to get through this inning, get through 3, have somebody start with a clean inning.
Check on the runner at second. Here's the pitch. That's fouled off. Straight back. 1-1. Gannon Archer getting loose for Iowa in the bullpen over to the left. It's part of the plan that Coach Heller talked about in pregame. Would like to see Gannon get some work in. 1-1 pitch from Watts. From the belt, here it comes. Swing and a miss. Good breaking ball, 1-2.
Yeah, obviously it'll be good for Gannon just to get work in anyway, but then just being from Central Iowa as well, be nice to be able to pitch close to home.
Another 2-strike count for Watts. We'll see if he can put LaCorey away. The 1-2 inside. 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Trying to get him to go fishing for the breaking ball again. We'll see what Anthony decides to do here. The count even at 2-2. Here's the pitch. Up and in, ball 3.
All right, so just as a sideline real quick here before the 3-2 pitch, does that hat look photoshopped on him on that picture?
It does. It does. LaCorey needs a different headshot before the Conference USA tournament. Doesn't do him any favors. Here comes the 3-2 pitch from Watts. Lined right back to Anthony. That's off his leg. Kopp will pick it up, and there will be no play That one caught Anthony, and he's hopping around. Ouch. Runners will be at the corners. And Jake Feldman, the athletic trainer, will come out along with Coach Heller. Go check on Watts. I got him in the, you think the back of the leg, the hamstring area?
Yeah. It's kind of upper thigh. And probably, unfortunately for his sake, probably came in at 92 and left at 100 and something.
Coach Heller making his way back to the Iowa dugout as Anthony will throw a few pitches here, a few warm-up pitches with athletic trainer Jake Feldman next to him.
Soccer has magic spray that if they spray on it, I think he'll be fine.
Jake is pulling something out of his little pocket there. Is that the magic spray, John? No, it's...
Yeah, actually, I think when he fell, he scuffed his arm on the real dirt diamond, and so Jake's tidying that up a bit for him. And if Anthony's inning, or if Anthony's outing wasn't going to end after this inning, it's going to end after this inning now. Now it's just a matter of can he work his way out of this jam and finish the inning on his own, or will he require some help from Gannon? Actually, Coach Heller's walking back out, so that might answer the question.
Allowed a little bit extra time for Gannon to get loose, and the Hawkeyes will make the change here as Anthony Watts, his day is done in the third. It's 2-1 Florida International. Watts walking off the mound. Gannon Archer will enter. We'll get you his stats in a moment. 2-1 FIU. We'll take a pitching change break. We're back right after this. This is Hawkeye Baseball from Learfield.
Nestled on the rolling greens of the iconic Finkbine Golf Course, Bumps Restaurant is open to the public year-round. Whether you're swinging by after a round of golf or just in the neighborhood, Bumps is your go-to spot for scrumptious sandwiches, shareable appetizers, and mouth-watering pizzas. Quench your thirst with our selection of local craft beers, or let our full bar serve you a refreshing cocktail to toast to your game, or just because it's 5 o'clock somewhere. Our happy hour from 2 to 6 p.m. is the perfect 19th hole. Be sure to follow us on Facebook and Instagram to catch our latest daily specials. And here's a little insider secret just for our radio listeners. Thursdays are not to be missed at Bumps Restaurant. It's BOGO Happy Hour. Buy one, get one free on select beverages from our happy hour menu. Whether you're a diehard golfer or just love a great meal with a view, Bumps Restaurant at Finkbine Golf Course is your destination. We're currently open Wednesday through Saturday. Swing on by today. Bumps at Finkbine Golf Course. Great food, great drinks, and the best views in town. See you at Bumps.
Hawk fans, experience your home away from home at Coralville's finest all-suite hotels. Homewood Suites and Home to Suites by Hilton each offer guests spacious suites, complimentary breakfast, 24-hour fitness center, pool, hot tub, guest laundry, and convenient locations. Let their warm and friendly staff take care of you and your family when you visit Hawkeye Country.
Pitching change for Iowa in the third with the Panthers leading the Hawkeyes 2-1. There'll be runners at the corners and one out as Gannon Archer, the right-handed sophomore from Adel, Iowa, enters.
12 appearances with 2 starts. He's got a 5.65 ERA, 14 in the third innings, 13 hits, 9 runs have all been earned, 9 walks, and 22 strikeouts. Opponents hitting just .255 against Gannon. Fastball will be in the low 90s. He's got a changeup that goes with that, and the slider that'll be a good spinning mix there, right around 80, little 80 plus.
Gannon, another arm that the Hawkeyes will need in Omaha next week.
You would think so, whether it's long relief, whether it's to make a start later in the week. Certainly an opportunity for him to come in and dot up some edges and get some outs for the Hawks.
Have not seen Gannon since the Northwestern series. So a couple of weekends ago in the 6-5 Iowa win.
Big spot here. This has come in and put out a fire. Either Ulloa has been a little bit of a free swinger this weekend, so you can get a strikeout, or maybe a ground ball at Seegers.
Panthers at the corners with 1 out. First pitch from Archer snapped in for a strike. Good-looking fastball. Ulloa flied out to center. 2-1 Panthers in the third. Archer from the stretch. Pitch from Gannon. Swing and a miss. Very late on that pitch from Gannon.
Tardy on the high fastball.
Right. Gannon has that 12-6 curveball. See if he brings it out here. Or if he goes back to the fastball that he had thrown right by Ulloa. Gannon has the sign. He's ready. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Archer with the big-time strikeout.
High cheese.
Boy, and Ulloa had some words for the home plate umpire after that. And the home plate umpire, Matthew Anderson, gave it right back to him. Ooh.
And I don't think Ulloa was ready the first time, so he called the timeout. But, whether the home plate umpire was telling him to get back in the box or what the deal was, but he could have called timeout, stepped out.
2 outs now for Candelas. There's strike 1 from Archer, dominating the strike zone early in his outing. Runners at the corners still for FIU. 2 outs. And they have the 2-1 lead in the third. Archer set from the belt. Kicks and fires. Inside, almost hit him. Vertical movement of the breaking ball kept it away from Candelas.
Yeah, Candelas wasn't given any ground. He was going to take it.
One swing and a miss. 1-2.
Gannon's got some pop. That ball past Candelas before he gets the bat anywhere near the hitting zone.
1 ball, 2 strikes with 2 outs. Archer set. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts for Archer. He brings a couple of firm pitches out of his quiver to get a couple strikeouts to end the inning and leave a couple of Panthers on base. We'll go to the bottom of the third right after this. FIU leads it 2-1. This is Hawkeye Baseball from Learfield.
Our mission at Oak Knoll is to provide exceptional retirement living and health services through life care. I'm Steve Rowe, CEO. We are a not-for-profit life plan community and have served the Iowa City area for 57 years. Oak Knoll is located near University of Iowa hospitals and clinics, Kinnick Stadium, Carver Hawkeye Arena, Hancher Auditorium, and downtown Iowa City. Visit our website at oakknoll.com to learn more. We're a proud sponsor of Hawkeye Athletics. Go Hawks!
When it comes to your health, you need the full picture. That means the right diagnosis and the right treatment right from the start. I'm Aaron Bose, pediatric neurologist with University of Iowa Healthcare. Here, we're working together every day to advance medicine so you can get the best care. With more research, more clinical trials, and more treatment options than anywhere else in the state, the University of Iowa Healthcare is changing medicine and changing lives. Learn more at uihc.org.
For comprehensive coverage of college baseball and softball all season long, tune to SiriusXM Big Ten Radio Channel 372 in the car and on the all-new SiriusXM app. SiriusXM is the home of your favorite team and conference, including live games plus interviews and analysis. So cheer along online with the SiriusXM app and listen to your favorite team anywhere. Get a free trial at SiriusXM.us/Big Ten Radio 2023.
Iowa coming to the plate in the bottom of the third inning with Cade Moss, and then to the top of the order, Andy Nelson and Raider Tello. Cameron Knox continues to pitch for FIU as their head coach Rich Witten is having a lengthy discussion with the home plate umpire Matthew Anderson right now. And it's finally breaking up and we're ready for play. Probably a discussion about Ulloa's at bat.
He popped right out of the dugout when that inning ended, and that conversation went on the entire time.
Is Gannon strike you as a quick pitcher? I guess I didn't really notice it, but maybe he is.
I don't think so, but I think Misses up and in. I think like any of the Hawkeye pitchers, when they get on a roll, they start working a little quicker, which is still fine. Then keep your head down. But we've seen how inconsistent that rule has been applied this year. Even this weekend, misses inside. Thursday night, the home plate umpire really didn't give the hitters the chance to look up. It irritated Davis Cobb. And then last night, the umpire was better at misses outside 3-0, was better at holding, because the batter has 10 seconds to get in the box and be ready to hit, which be ready to hit means eyes up to the pitcher. So just because he's standing in the box doesn't mean the pitcher's allowed to go. 3-0 pitch hits him inside. Got to get out of the way of that one, Cade. You're on base anyway, man.
Uneventful at bat there for Cade. A little bit different than last night when he hit his first career home run.
Yeah, 4 pitches nowhere near the plate, including the last one that basically hit him in the belt.
Ouch. All right, top of the order, Andy Nelson is up. Andy grounded out. They've got a shift on for Andy. 3 infielders to the left side of second base. Andy swings at the first pitch. Deep drive to left. Get going, baby. It is gone. Andy Nelson with a 2-run shot to left. Hawks have the lead.
He hit that over the "which vaccines are right for you" sign. So proud game sponsor. Got full visibility as Andy's home run went flying right over top of it. And the Hawks have the first lead of a Saturday, 3-2.
Andy's heating up, isn't he?
Wow. Andy hits more balls over 100 miles an hour off the bat than I think anybody on the team does. That's home run number 9 now, keeping extending the lead that he has in the team. So the weather's heated up, and so is Andy.
3-2 Iowa, bottom of the third. Here comes Raider Tello. First pitch to Raider. He hits this high and deep to right field. This will carry. Get going, baby. It is gone. Adios, pelota.
Second of the weekend, 7th of the year. Raider gets into the Busch Light metal bleachers over the right center field wall. Hawks now doubling up the Panthers 4-2.
Raiders said, hey, Andy, if you can do it, I need to get on the fun too. You bet.
Raiders' grandpa is going to give him a hard time, though. That ball went to right center field. And that will draw a mound visit. But Raiders showing good power the opposite way. And the Hawks go back to back. Boy, I've done that a couple times here in the last few weekends. So good to see Hawks find that stroke a little bit.
All of a sudden, Iowa's turned into a power team. And you could say what you want about the pitching that they're facing, but that really doesn't have anything to do with the fact that Iowa is elevating pitches this weekend and finding the power gaps.
Well, and we've talked about it. When you look at Iowa's game notes, repeatedly, the hardest hit ball of any given game is 108-mile-an-hour single, and it's because there's not a ton of elevation. Now you get a little better loft and a little elevation on those 107, 108-mile exit velos, and ball goes far.
4-2 Iowa in the bottom of the third now. Here's Davis Kopp. What's Davis going to do? He has a home run this weekend. First pitch to Davis, swing and a miss. Chased a breaking ball outside.
So, the 4 home runs the Hawks hit yesterday tied the season high. They have 3 here through 2+ innings.
Iowa, a team that hadn't hit a ton of home runs this year compared to last year, I guess, but all of a sudden showing some power. 0-2 is a called third strike. High outside corner. Davis doesn't like the call. He's out number 1.
The attorney in him wants to negotiate that.
That was a good one, John. Yes. That's where Davis is headed post-baseball career, right?
I believe that's the goal. And
He's been a joy to have on this team this year. It's been a great addition. And as John was about to say, we have a mound visit for Florida International. It's the second of their innings, so they're making a pitching change. And the Panthers will make a call to the bullpen. Iowa with a 4-2 lead now in the bottom of the third. We'll take a pitching change break. We're back after this. This is Hawkeye Baseball from Learfield.
Does your company attire make you feel like you're always fourth and long? It's time for a change. Hand the ball off to Authentic Brand and watch your team transform into MVPs. On game days, our team dresses like champions in Authentic Brand. Ensure that your company's reputation remains untarnished by using nothing but the label specifically designed to display your company's identity. Ask your supplier for Authentic Brand products and see for yourself why it's more than just a label. It's a statement.
Tickets are on sale now for the Hy-Vee IndyCar Race Weekend Concert Series. Saturday, July 13th, see Luke Combs and Eric Church. And Sunday, July 14th, see Post Malone and Kelsey Ballerini live in concert. 1 ticket per day gets you into a race and 2 concerts. Tickets on sale now at HyVeeIndyCarWeekend.com.
University of Iowa Healthcare has the game plan for your same-day healthcare needs. If you need treatment for a common illness or minor injury, visit one of several UI Quick Care or Urgent Care locations throughout the Iowa City-Cedar Rapids corridor. Their care and expertise will help you get back in the game. University of Iowa Healthcare is proud to sponsor your Iowa Hawkeyes. And let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Iowa Hawkeye Baseball.
New pitcher coming into the game for FIU. Enters in the third inning with Iowa out in front 4-2. This is David Eckes, left-handed junior from Brandon, Florida.
2-1 on the season, 16 appearances, 5 starts. He's got a 6.16 ERA, 30 2/3 innings, 30 hits, 28 runs, just 21 of those earned, 20 walks, 30 strikeouts. Opponent's hitting .252. He's also hit 9 batters. Fastball's going to be right around 90, and then he'll throw a slider off that. But again, with the 20 walks and 9 hit batters, Hawkeyes will have to maintain the zone. There's some free bases in there if they're disciplined.
This is a left-hander versus left-hander matchup as Reese Moore is into the box for Iowa. 4-2. Iowa out in front now in the bottom of the third after a 3-run inning so far. Bases are empty and there's 1 out. Time called by somebody here. And the umpire is walking over towards Iowa's dugout to have a discussion with one of the coaches. Is that Marty at the top step? He's talking to Marty.
Well, I think this is the same issue that Ulloa had. I don't think this home plate umpire is enforcing the rule correctly, and both teams are letting him know about it.
1-0 to Reese is outside. 2 balls and no strikes. I see Coach Heller talking with Marty and with Nick Ungs right now, Director of Operations. Swing and a miss by Reese, 2-1.
Nebraska said, hey, wait a second, we're not done yet. They scored 4 runs in the top of the 6th inning to get it to 6-4. But then as you and I talk about all the time about having to kind of validate after you score. Another swing and a miss there from Reese, 2-2. After you score, you got to shut them down. But they've given up a run so far in the bottom of the 6th. Runners on the corners, just 1 out for the Spartans. They lead now 7-4, bottom of the 6th inning in East Lansing.
Go green. Inside on Reese. Count is full. Just generally speaking, you kind of want Nebraska on the other side of the bracket with them playing in Omaha. 3 balls and 2 strikes. The pitch to Reese, swing and a miss. Chased one up and in. He's outnumbered 2.
Nearly lost his lid.
He was trying to hit off the big, the medium side. No, that's big. That's a big scoreboard and right.
Schedule makers would like to see Nebraska and Iowa as early and often in Omaha as possible.
I'd love to see him in the championship game. How about that? First pitch to Will Moeffler is a strike on the inner edge. The way that breaks up for Nebraska would be 2-7, 3-6. So again, we don't know who the 7 is. It could be Ohio State or Penn State. The 3-6 is Indiana-Purdue, right? That's pretty much set.
Yep.
And both those teams are strong enough to maybe knock off Nebraska rather in that second round game if Nebraska gets out and wins the 2-7. Here's a pop-up on the infield to the right side. First baseman LaCory in shallow right makes the catch for the third out. But it's a big inning for Iowa. 3 runs come across. The Hawkeyes have the 4-2 lead, courtesy of a 2-run home run from Andy Nelson, followed by a solo shot from Raider Tello. 4-2 Iowa. We're back for the 4th right after this. This is Hawkeye Baseball from Learfield.
You become America's best-selling brand? Let's break it down. Innovative tech means smarter and safer driving. Intelligent all-wheel drive will keep you ready for anything. And built Ford tough trucks will always get the job done. Plus, come into your local Ford store today and get super low APR financing, big cash back, and great lease offers on Ford's full line of cars, trucks, and SUVs. That's Ford, and that's how you become America's best-selling brand. Sales claim based on calendar year sales.
American Equity salutes today's hero of the game. As a proud sponsor of the ongoing recognition of our military during Hawkeye games this season, please join American Equity in thanking all who have served our country. American Equity is more than just retirement savings and income products. They are committed to providing you best-in-class service and high-quality retirement income that helps deliver the independence to dream and reach your goals. To learn more about American Equity, please visit their website at american-equity.com.
When corn grows fuel, Iowans win. Ethanol is a renewable fuel that's better for our environment, our health, and our wallets. Share your winning moments using hashtag IowansWin, and you could win even more from Iowa corn.
Top of the 4th inning, Iowa leading Florida International 4-2. And just as John was saying right before we went into the break, as Iowa's taken the lead now, here's where you put up a 0.
Right, you've got to consolidate, validate, whatever you want to call it here to. But most importantly, make sure that the Panthers don't have an answer here. You've got it. You're in control. The best thing you can do is get back in the dugout, get the bats going again. See if they can add some more runs to your side of the ledger.
Gannon Archer pitching for Iowa. Now in the 4th, it'll be 7, 8, 9. Fret, Quevedo, and Roney. Iowa wearing their Sunday best on a Saturday today with the series finale. The gold tops with the script Iowa spelled out in black across the chest. The white baseball pants. First pitch high from Archer. Black ball caps in the field for Iowa with the script I logo on the front panel. Florida International with navy tops, gray pants. Got Panthers spelled out in white with their old gold trim across the...
I really like how quickly you went for that.
I stopped mid-sentence, John. I leaned forward. Foul ball.
That was really good. I mean,
you trust me?
The impressiveness with which you went with that, you gave up the broadcast to go get that. That was good.
1-1 pitch from Archer. This is hit in the air, foul down the right field line. That'll be out of play. Yeah, I'm a little bit disappointed in my loyalty to the broadcast. I wish I would have been able to keep going through that.
Yeah, the key is to continue talking while you lean out and make the catch. That's just even more impressive. I mean, that's next level.
That's the next step. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Archer from the windup pitches to Fret. This is hit into center field. Ooh, carrying well, just a touch, but Nelson is underneath it. Andy makes the catch for out number 1. Okay, I like Florida International's uniforms today. They resemble the San Diego Padres from a few years ago, I think.
I'll buy that, yeah.
Their color scheme is the kind of the older San Diego Padres without the orange or anything like that.
Yeah, the navy and the silver or gray, whatever gray probably.
Yep, and then the kind of sandy gold. Archer gets Fret and now sees Quevedo. Second baseman, he walked his first time up.
Yeah, we saw that first at bat. You really need to attack the zone on him.
1-0 pitch is lined foul to the left of the line down the third base side. One ball, one strike. Pitch from Archer. Just low. Really nice breaking ball. It started above the zone and dropped all the way down through it, but didn't cross the plane of the plate in time. 2 balls and a strike. 4-2 Iowa in the top of the fourth. The Panthers are batting. 2-1. Fouled back, left side. Watch the ricochet. On the double hop.
Yeah, on the double hop, because the first guy basically was just going to take it in the back. And he just barely got missed. Conceded for the next guy.
Two from Archer. Breaking ball low and in. Full count now. Gannon against Quevedo. See if Gannon goes back to the fastball here. Payoff pitch, here it comes. Called third strike. Archer got him.
Went right back to the fastball and just dotted the outside corner at the knees. Quevedo tried to jog down to first. I think he knew in his heart he was carrying the bat back to the dugout.
Wholesale agreement there, John. 2 outs for Brendan Roney. Right-handed hitter. Archer from the windup. Here's the pitch from Gannon. Skipped that to Cade Moss. Downstairs, ball 1. And goes high this time. 2 balls and no strikes. Roney struck out back in the second inning. 2-0 from Archer's low. Not able to find the strike zone quite yet against Roney.
Kind of the sometimes the challenges with a younger pitcher or a guy that might be a little rusty too, is just finding that consistency to kind of keep bringing it batter after batter. Get back in the zone here.
3-0 pitch from Gannon is high, ball 4. You think about the future for Iowa, you look ahead to next season and things along those lines. Gannon will be back, as Archer is just a sophomore, so you assume he'll be back next year and could be fighting for a rotation spot on the weekend, starting pitching spot.
Yeah, certainly looking for a bigger role, I'm sure. And he's got the stuff to get there. Keep working and try to find that.
Brylan West, the batter. Breaking ball, strike 1. West hit a home run his last time up, so Hawks will have to watch him. 4-2 Iowa, top 4. Runner at first base and 2 outs. Fastball low.
You know, an infield and outfield's interesting. You know, you've got some spots you're going to have to replace that you know you're going to have to replace, and a couple that you might have to replace.
Right.
So you're just not fully sure yet.
Ball on the strike on West. Archer from the stretch. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball 2.
You know, with the infield, you've got, Seegers is gone. Davis Kopp is gone, who's been your primary first baseman. So you're going to have to rearrange your infield a little bit there. Raider Tello's a question mark. Just because he could get drafted, not for any other question mark reason.
2-1 is the count. Here's the pitch. This is fouled back over our heads. That'll leave the stadium 2-2.
You've got Ty Plummer, who was the interview yesterday as a middle infielder. Jaxon Frost, who was the interview this morning or the pregame this morning. Gable Mitchell could slide over to short. You could be looking for a second baseman instead.
2-2, dropped outside and a touch low, full count now.
You know, even didn't know where Ben Swales might fit. You know, could Ben play second base? You know, could he make a change? Rader actually came here as a shortstop. So put Ben Swales at third and put Rader at short.
Yeah, you never know how it'll shake out. The 3-2 is lined to Seegers at short. He dives forward and made the catch before it hit the dirt. Michael makes the play for the third out. And before we send it to break, hold on a minute here, as the umpires are going to discuss this. I don't think there's a doubt in my mind that this one hit the dirt. Michael.
That it did not hit the dirt.
Right.
Yeah. Completely agree, but
this is a quick. See, now look at how those umpires did it. They didn't have to have that huddle for 30 seconds to decide whether or not they were going to review it or what they were reviewing. They're already over there at the monitor.
I mean, I suppose that one is pretty. We're going to go see if he caught it, right? Yep, okay, off we go.
Michael didn't dirty his uniform for nothing, right?
He was dirty before on that dive in the first inning. But yeah, I clearly thought he caught it, but I was also surprised he didn't pop up and throw it just in case. But if you're sure you catch it, then you're not really worried about it either. So
Gable Mitchell would lead things off for Iowa in the bottom of the fourth if this is the end of the inning.
That head coach Witten popped out pretty quickly, and I suppose as they like to say in football, you don't get to take those challenges with you, so you might as well.
And that was a quick one, John. They're already out of here. He is out. All right. Call stands, plays confirmed, however you want to word it. That's the third out. We'll go to the bottom of the fourth. Iowa leads 4-2. Back in a moment. This is Hawkeye Baseball from Learfield.
Whether you're building a backyard fence for your family's new best friend or firing up the excavator for your next commercial project, a free and simple call can save you from expensive fines and even save your life. Call 811 at least 2 days before you start your next project to have underground utility lines located and marked. At Mid-American Energy, your safety is our #1 priority. So, make it your priority to call 811 before you dig. Paid for by the customers of Mid-American Energy.
So why do I need vaccinations?
If I don't get vaccinated, how sick can I get?
Can I get multiple vaccines at once?
What's done to make sure vaccines are safe?
It's important to address your concerns about vaccines. Just make sure you get answers from people you can trust. Ask your doctor or healthcare provider about vaccinations, because they know you and they'll always put your health first. A message from Iowa Department of Health and Human Services.
At the game or at home, Wimmer's premium quality hot dogs and sausages will score with family and friends. Take the highest quality beef and pork and you get the best tasting hot dog. Wimmer's, the official hot dog of the Hawkeyes.
Bottom of the fourth inning in Des Moines at Principal Park. John Evans and John Leo in the broadcast booth. Regular season finale for the Hawkeyes. 4-2, Iowa with the lead. Eckes will pitch for FIU. It'll be Mitchell, Wilmus, and Seegers due up.
They recognized good Hawkeye, great Hawkeye Brad Davis between innings. He has a birthday tomorrow.
A lot of celebrations going on. Brad, friend of the broadcast for sure.
Friend of the broadcast, probably has season tickets to more than most people in different sports. Good supporter in a number of different ways of I know women's basketball is a big one that he's been around a lot. Baseball, of course.
First pitch to Gable Mitchell, who will bat from the right side now as a switch hitter. I'd like to wish Brad a happy birthday coming up.
Michigan State ended up getting 2, so it's 8-4 now, headed to the 7th inning in East Lansing.
Good. Any other games going on right now?
Minnesota gets 2 in the top of the first, still batting over Northwestern. That game only means something to family and friends of those two respective schools.
2-0 delivery to Mitchell. Gable thought about it. Did he commit? He did not. Ball 3. I kind of like to go backwards a little bit. Would Minnesota have any chance with the way the weekend has gone if they would have won that first game against Northwestern?
Yes. I mean, again, depending on how tiebreakers work out, but 12 and 12 would have been 12 and 12 would have gotten them into some mathematical equation with Ohio State and Penn State, and one of them would have been the odd team out.
3 balls and a strike on Mitchell. Hit a home run his first time up today. He rocks that foul down the right field line.
And if Michigan State could have figured out how to win the Friday game that they lost 2-1, yesterday wasn't really a question, but
yeah,
they'd be playing for an opportunity.
Ooh! Up and in. Thankfully, Gable has that elbow guard on. He's just going to take it off and throw it instead of...
That did not work nearly as well as he planned.
There are attachments within the attachment, and he lost them all. Boy, this is
one
a mess.
Last toss. Home plate umpire's just like, I mean, I don't know his situation, but he just kind of looked at that like, yeah, I have kids like that.
I wonder why Gable didn't want to just take it down and give it to Huck at first base. Somebody else got to use that elbow guard?
I think he thought he was helping. I'm going to go with that.
Yes, that would be a Gable move. All right, here's Ben Wilmus. He was hit by a pitch his first time up. He shows the bunt, let it go. Pitch is high and out. Uh-oh, pickoff move to first, not in time. Woo, that was close. Gable got back.
And if the first baseman would have held the tag on him, he'd have had him, because his hand, as he aggressively slid to the back of the bag, his hand came off, but then his foot got on.
Gable with a pretty big lead over there, seeing that the Hawks look like they're bunting here. 1 ball, no strikes on Wilmus, the left-hander in a staring contest with Gable. Here's the pitch. Wilmus took it for a strike, 1-1.
Yeah, see if we completely aborted mission on the bunt there, or if that was just a take on that one.
Try to move to first base. Gable's back. Iowa talked a few times coming into this series about working on their short game with the bunts and maybe the speed, the running game a little bit. Haven't seen a ton of it this weekend yet. Obviously, yesterday didn't call for any of that to be a necessity. Gable takes off. The 1-1 is hit on the ground up the middle, through into center field. Mitchell's around second, headed for third. Runners will be at the corners for the Hawkeyes, and nobody out.
That was the first time they almost paid a price for the hit and run, as that was Quevedo who was covering the bag, and the ball was hit basically right to him, but got on him quicker than he imagined and ended up scooting past him. But that was almost a back-breaking 4-3 double play for the Panthers.
You're right.
But to your point, you were talking about Iowa comes in with, wanting to do the short game, maybe run. Well, Thursday night's a 2-1 game where there were basically 4 innings in a row where Iowa didn't have any base runners. Yesterday goes 8-0 with 3 home runs, and so then you kind of abandon the running game. So this is really kind of the first opportunity to do that.
Seegers takes up and in, ball 1. Runners at the corners for Iowa in the bottom of the 4th. The Hawkeyes are batting up 4-2, nobody out.
But Iowa has 4 hits and 3 of them are home runs. So,
right. It's the first non-home run hit there for Iowa off the bat of Ben Wilmus. 1-0 to Michael, way outside, ball 2.
As you mentioned, all of a sudden Iowa turned into a slugging team. Now here, this is what we were talking about. So in Nebraska, we were kind of talking about the music and think, oh, it's a AAA park. I hate to let Nebraska off the hook, but I think it's a AAA park thing.
Interesting. 2-0 to Seegers is outside, ball 3. Yeah, you brought that up on Thursday. I didn't really notice it as much. And not disagreeing with you, but I guess I should say you brought it to my attention, and now I notice it today.
And it's been both teams. That I guess to me is the one difference that I might have noticed from Lincoln.
Mm-hmm. Working both ways. 3-0 pitch to Seegers. That is a strike.
It wasn't.
Oof. 3-1.
That was the 3-0 strike zone.
Yep. Now let's get it back to the real one here.
Sometimes a little different than the normal count strike zone.
Hawkeyes is set. Here comes the 3-1 to Seegers. Ben takes off. The pitch is high, and he gets into second base without a throw because Seegers walks. Bases are loaded for Cade Moss now.
So normally, although you don't, squeeze plays with the bases loaded aren't great because your runner's then forced into doing something. I got a quick mound visit here. But then also with Cade Moss's newfound power.
That's right. Let him see if he can gap one or hit it over a wall somewhere. Mound visit for the Panthers now. The bases are loaded for Iowa in the bottom of the fourth. There is nobody out. And Cade comes up. He was hit by a pitch last inning.
Scored then on the Nelson home run.
And Iowa knocking at the door now to really drive the dagger a little bit here.
Yeah, we're obviously a long ways away from it, but on getaway day we do play run rule again, so.
Just a game note there, not foreshadowing one way or another.
Well, we learned our lesson when we talked big about run rule last year on our way to Illinois, Chicago, and we found out they did have a run rule, just it didn't work the way we anticipated. So as we got sent home after 6.5 innings on the drive.
We were pretty quiet getting out of downtown Chicago for a little bit, John. All right, here's Cade Moss. First pitch to Cade. That is low and in, ball one.
So, yeah, I fully believe in the karma tree has branches that like to snap on you pretty quick, so you got to be careful.
Couple of free bases for Iowa in this inning. They sandwich a single from Ben Wilmus. Hawkeyes has fallen behind, now 2-0 on Cade. Top of the order is on deck. Time called, and we're going to brush off home plate.
Interesting.
Okay.
I wonder if somebody caught a ball funny there, and because he's asking the catcher too. So I think there was.
Okay.
I think there was something there that we missed.
Caught up to speed there. That's fine. That's all right. 2 balls, no strikes on Moss. Here's the pitch inside. And did that hit him? No, didn't quite hit him, but it's low and in, ball 3.
No, but Rooney's getting a workout here in the last 10 pitches.
He's been shuffling, he's been sliding, he's been knocking balls down behind the plate. Florida International does have a right-hander getting loose. 3-0 pitch to Moss. Outside, ball 4. They've walked in a run. It's 5-2. Good discipline from Cade in that at-bat.
I don't know whether he looks angry. Infield's trying to pull him, but they're all walking away from him now.
And we'll have the coach come back out for FIU. Again, now in the fourth, so that'll do it for Hawkeyes. The Panthers will be making a pitching change. We'll take the break as well. 5-2, Iowa with the lead, still batting in the fourth. Bases loaded, nobody out for Andy Nelson when we come back after this pitching change break. This is Hawkeye Baseball from Learfield.
Let's be honest, we all like to be noticed. Picture yourself striding into Kinnick Stadium, radiating both style and comfort, while fellow Hawkeye fans can't help but ask, where'd you get that shirt? With pride, you point to the big screen and reply, it's Authentic Brand. Discover the remarkable difference that apparel with the Authentic Brand label brings. Ask for it by name at your favorite boutique, spirit shop, or retailer, or shop online at authentic-brand.com. It's time for a change in your style. It's time for Authentic Brand.
Feel the excitement as NASCAR returns to the Iowa Speedway with Powerball and the Iowa Lottery. Just add the double play bonus to your Powerball ticket for $1, then enter it in the VIP club, and you could win tickets to the sold-out NASCAR race or other exclusive race weekend prizes. Feel the power of NASCAR and double play today. Woohoo! See complete rules and details at ialottery.com/VIP.
Today's game is brought to you by Bud Light, proud sponsor of Hawkeye Athletics. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy.
Pitching change for the Panthers. They'll go to a right-hander. This is Jackson Ritchie, a senior from Huntington, Pennsylvania.
3-1 on the season in 18 appearances with 2 starts. He has an 8.01 ERA, 30 1/3 innings, 47 hits, 32 runs, just 27 earned, 19 walks, 31 strikeouts. Opponents hitting .356 against him. Fastball is going to get up there in the low 90s. He'll throw a slider and a changeup. right-handers might see the changeup more than the lefties, and he's gone a little bit more to the off-speed, but he's kind of one of those, when he's on, he's good, and you'll kind of know right away if he starts landing that off-speed pitch for a strike. Hawkeye hitters will have to be on their toes, and if they can discount that and sit on the fastball, his outing might not last very long.
Yeah, and it'll be the top of the order that gets the first look at him with Andy Nelson coming to the plate for Iowa. Bottom of the fourth, 5-2 Iowa with the lead. Each team with 4 hits right now.
Nebraska gets 2 more back. It's 8-6. They're stretching in East Lansing. Nobody can consolidate the runs they score.
What Nebraska's doing pitching-wise today. They just get I wonder if it was Will Walsh or if they went a different route. Or if they went with Brockett, who threw the no-hitter and got the Sunday start against Indiana last weekend.
Now you're going to force me to look.
Just a little hint, a little nudge, John. Andy Nelson lines it right to the second baseman who is playing on a shift. The Hawkeyes did a nice job freezing on a line drive. And Nelson rockets one to Quevedo for the first out.
Shift worked perfectly there as second baseman actually had to roam back towards second base to pick that up.
And here comes Raider Tello. Bases are loaded for him and with 1 out. He takes the first pitch for a strike that got by the catcher. Raider hit a home run, a solo shot to right center his last time up. A hawk on every base for him right now. No balls and a strike with 1 out. Bottom 4, Iowa leading 5-2. That's in the dirt, 1-1.
Brockett started, lasted 2 innings. Gave up 5 hits, 4 runs, 3 of which were earned. Christo came in, 2 innings, 2 hits, 2 runs, both earned. Then Will Walsh, an inning, 3 hits, 2 runs were both earned.
Nobody's been extremely effective for the Huskers today. 1-1 is low, ball 2.
It's a game in the big scheme of things that to them probably doesn't matter. So, don't blow up your bullpen before Tuesday. Just kind of be smart about it. So, yeah, you'd love to be co-champions, but
2-1 to Tello. This is a line drive into center field. Wilmus will score, and they'll hold Seegers at third. RBI single for Raider Tello makes it 6-2 Iowa.
And Seegers probably felt a little bit like a yo-yo as he's on second base. He took off when Andy Nelson hit the line drive, had to immediately go back. Raider Tello hits the line drive up the middle. He immediately goes back. Not able to score then as he had to double back again. But then realizing that time there was a hole there, he was able to get moving and get to third.
I like what we've seen from Raider this weekend. He's pulled some baseballs. He's hit some to right, and he's been right on him up the middle. He's showing strength to all sides of the field today.
Yeah, he's had extra base power every direction.
Here's Davis Kopp 0 for 2 today. Davis hits it on a line down to right field, but that is foul.
Just a beat behind that one.
Florida International, they're playing Davis opposite field to push to right. So he just shows his power there. Big gap in left center and down the left field line. Fastball low and in, 1-1.
I'd have to see the chart on Davis's home runs, but it feels like most of them have been to right center or right.
I think the one that he hit at Georgia was the same way. Over there to right. One he hit this weekend. 1-1 is ripped foul to the Iowa dugout. Rather the bullpen down the line.
He scattered the boys down there.
Right. There's a bench. A lot of the relievers are huddled up around, but there's somebody down there that didn't move at all, and I don't have binoculars up here, and I don't know who it is. It's next to the guy with the black jacket on. I can't tell who that is. Kopp takes a breaking ball outside, 2-2. Good pitch there from Ritchie, but off the plate, and that's really good discipline from Davis. You've talked about it a number of times this weekend, John. You can kind of tell where Davis is at in terms of his discipline, if he's on or if he's off, and that was a good take there. 2-2. I chased that one, though. Breaking ball low. He's out number 2.
See if Reese Moore can get the rally going. Iowa has a hit today with 2 outs.
Bases stay loaded for him. He can really put the hammer down on FIU with a base hit. Here, you don't want to leave the bases loaded. 2 outs in the inning for Reese. Righty on lefty matchup. First pitch to Moore. Swing and a miss.
Yeah, Iowa really hasn't adjusted to Ritchie and the extra speed. It's been a little late on those. And he's been able to hit with his breaking stuff.
A 1 pitch to Moore. That's low. Reese is 0 for 2 today with a fly out and a strikeout. Seager's at third. Moss at second. Here's a ground ball left side. The shortstop fields it. No, he didn't field it. He got his glove on it, but it never entered the web. And there will be an E6 that brings home another run for Iowa. 7-2 as Seeger scores.
That'll be interesting because there was enough of a shift on. I don't know if he gets him at first, so I'm not sure it's an automatic error, but based on what we've seen this weekend, he's going to throw him out. They've made these kind of crazy good plays, but they do call that one an error on the shortstop.
Bases stay loaded. Here's Will Mulfler. First pitch to Will. Just missed it and hit it foul right side.
So the roof is slanted. If it doesn't go over the roof, you better still be watching in front or it's going to roll back down on you.
Several oohs and ahs as the ball came back into the stands. Hard fastball from Ritchie across for a strike. Mulfler down in the count, 0-2. Iowa up 7-2, bottom 4. Runners at first, second, and third for Iowa. Oh, 2 to Mulfler. Here it is. Check swing. Did he go? No. Whew, close. Ball 1.
Yeah, I didn't think he went, but I also wouldn't have been terribly surprised if he got sent back to the dugout there.
If Will can find some green grass. 1-2 from Ritchie. Outside, ball 2. Nice pitch. Hit his spot. Tried to get Will to chase. Two balls and 2 strikes now on Mulfler. Here's the pitch. Line foul over just to our right.
How'd that ball end up all the way down there?
I don't know how it made it back down to the first row. Young kid grabbed it, and that makes his day. Another 2-2 to Mulfler. Ground ball right side foul. We'll do it again.
Michigan State gets one back in the bottom of the 7th so far and haven't hit a ball this inning yet. A walk, a hit by pitch, a double steal with throw going into the outfield.
Wow. Mulfler in the box. Swings, hits it up the middle, but a spinner to the second baseman. Race to the bag. Reese beat it. Reese got to second base before Quevedo got there. And he's safe. Cade Moss scores. It's 8-2.
That's not an error, but that's a mental error. Throw that ball to first base. Get the out. The out's easy. Your scouting report tells you, no offense, Will, he's not a Blazer. Every team has green, yellow, and red base runners. And Will's in the yellow to red category, and so you've got time. Throw him out, and just a poor decision there.
Iowa's kind of nickel and diamond things here in the fourth. Gable Mitchell will try to break it open with a base hit. Bases are loaded. Two outs for Gable. Iowa is now batted around in the fourth. 4 runs across for the Hawks in this inning. It's 8-2. Gable gets to bat from the left side in this at bat. He's reached both times today. Outside ball 2. Gable hit a home run in the second, was hit by a pitch earlier this inning. Left fielder Fret is giving Gable a lot of opposite field respect, isn't he?
He really is.
He's deep. 2-0 to Mitchell. Called strike, outer edge, 2-1.
Not going to lie, if Gable hits one to left field and Fret has to back up, I'll be amazed. Well, one, it'll be out of the ballpark. But
yes.
But he's going to
equally as amazing.
He's going to have to come in on anything hit out there.
2-1 to Mitchell is outside again, ball 3.
Boy, now you look for a pitch that you can really turn on.
Gable's done that already today. We'll give it another shot again if he can get a good pitch from Ritchie. The 3-1. Gable hits it into center field. Becerra going back. He's tracking it. He leaps up. It's off the wall. Couldn't make the play. 1 run is in. Here comes another. They're sending Mofler around third. He'll score. It's a bases clearing double for Gable Mitchell.
Knew it was going to be a long way to get it out of the park to center. Couldn't quite do it. The ball probably goes 404, 405. Thought Becerra had a play on it, but I'm also not the one going full speed about to crash into a wall. So good play there. Mitchell's double drives in 3. And the Hawks have a touchdown here in the bottom of the fourth.
11-2 now. Here comes Ben Wilmus. He'll try to keep it going. He singled and scored earlier this inning. First pitch to Ben. There's a strike.
And all of these runs ended up now being unearned. You can kind of see how the pile's gotten big for.
Yeah, that's right.
For the Panthers. Boy, haven't made many errors this weekend, but boy, they've been punished for them.
Ooh, time called, and Ritchie was trying to deliver it home. He was about midway through his motion before he recognized that his catcher was making his way out to talk with him.
That was not going to end well for somebody.
Ooh.
Fortunately, Ritchie kind of got his spikes caught, but kind of kept him moving and going.
Well, we've talked a little bit throughout the season about this series, Iowa being out of conference at the end of the regular season while everybody else in the Big Ten is still fighting for placement. We got to a point coming into this weekend, though, that we already knew Iowa was pretty much in the tournament, without a doubt. And so we had to watch the other teams playing, but Iowa has really taken care of business. I know I lost that game on Thursday, but the last couple of games offensively, I've been impressed with the momentum that Iowa's building heading into Omaha.
Yeah, the generally speaking, the continuous good at bats. Here, especially in the last game and a half, did a really nice job of getting in there, hitting balls hard, making loud outs, even when you make outs. And after punching out 13 times on Thursday night, a much better job of swinging at hittable strikes.
Ben Wilmus batting for Iowa. Hits a swinging bunt down the third base line. There will be no play here. An infield single for Wilmus.
Sometimes you hit it 400 feet, sometimes you hit it 40. And as long as
all goes down the same.
As long as it leads to a hit for you. We talked early in this inning with Ben Wilmus on first that the Hawks might start running game. We're past the running game portion of the of the program now.
It happened fast, didn't it?
It really did.
11-2 Iowa in the bottom of the fourth.
A couple free bases, some good Hawkeye hitting, and then an error, and it all just kind of piled up after that. Poor decision on second baseman's part.
Fastball from Ritchie is out of the zone, away from Michael Seegers, the Hawkeye hitter. Runners at the corners and 2 outs. Pitch in the dirt. Nicely blocked by Roney.
And you talked to Coach Heller in pregame, looking like you're not going to need Jack Young in a high leverage situation. So he was actually up in the bullpen when Gannon first came in the game.
2 balls and no strikes on Seegers. Here's the pitch. Michael takes it for a strike, 2-1.
4,300. 43-28 is the announced attendance. 14-9 for the weekend. Way to turn out Des Moines.
Love it. Excellent. Support is strong in the Metro for the black and gold. Ooh, up and in, ball 3. Michael had a good look at the laces on that one.
Rumor has it the comeback time won't be nearly as long. And they'll be back in Des Moines much sooner than whatever our deficit was this year.
Last time Iowa was here was in 2008. Wilmus takes off. The pitch is outside for ball 4. Seegers walks. The bases will be reloaded now for Cade Moss. Iowa was here in 2008. Played the I-Cubs in an exhibition. And then a series here in 2004. So
it doesn't sound like it's going to be 20 years before they come back.
Good. We've had a really great time here.
They've done such a really nice job with downtown Des Moines, kind of revitalizing that anyway. So been able to get out and walk around a little bit and do some things there.
And it's apparent that the fans are appreciative of it over here too. I know Coach Heller loves playing at Banks. We have a huge advantage playing at Banks. But man, to think that it's been so long before the folks that can't make it over to Iowa City get a good look at this program. Really excited for the fans here and for Coach Heller. I know this has turned out, as he said, exactly how he was hoping.
Well, it's the only Division I program in the state. You know, you want to make sure that you're helping your supporters in Central Iowa and cultivating some of those that might be in Western Iowa. No need to lose those immediately to Nebraska or Creighton just because, you know, you like to want to have those guys want to come to Iowa.
Cade Moss comes up with the bases loaded. There are 2 outs. 11-2 Iowa in the fourth. Pitch is low and outside. Kicked away from the catcher Roney to the first base side. Mitchell danced around at third but decided to stay put.
Roney has been abused this inning.
Yeah, it's been tough for him.
And I think at one point they actually were looking at him, something with his hand, and completely understandable.
He's been hopping to his left, hopping to his right, leaning forward to knock balls down. He's done a really nice job, though. Nothing's gotten away from him too far. Moss fouls off the 1-0 pitch.
I hope Thursday night starter Patelli is getting loose somewhere.
Kind of in that run rule territory now. It's 11-2. 1-1 to Moss. Cade hit it foul straight back. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
If I told you that the Panthers had only thrown 10 more pitches before this at-bat than Iowa, would you have believed it?
I don't think so. I would not have believed that.
90 pitches prior to Cade Moss's at-bat, 80 for the Hawks.
1-2, Cade lifts in the air down the right field line. Candelas coming forward and is going to drop in front of him. 2-run score for Cade Moss's single that was just hit into no man's land down the right field line.
That is not traditionally Cade's corner, but boy, that one was in a perfect spot when it lands. We see the replay here. First baseman's tracking it in foul territory the whole way. That landed 5-6 feet fair. But again, the right fielder being so deep has to come a long, long ways for it. Nobody's able to track it out, and Andy Nelson will get another swing.
9 runs for Iowa in the 4th. It's 13-2. And Nelson will bat. Runners at the corners for him with 2 outs. Ritchie pitching for the Panthers. First pitch, Andy hits it down the left field line. It is foul. A really nice catch made by a fan. Brought his glove to the ballpark today. Reached over the railing and caught it.
Heck of a snag there. That was a little backhand move over the seats.
We might have to go back and look at the stats, John. Has Andy swung at the first pitch of every at bat? I think he has. He's done all right, though.
I believe that's accurate, yes.
Takes a low fastball for a strike there, 0-2. I don't mean to send you on the hunt, John.
Nope, he lined out to the second baseman in this inning. Fouled that one off. Grounded out to short and hit his home run both on the first pitch.
Safe to say Andy's seeing it well this weekend. 0-2. Nelson hit it foul right side into the FIU dugout.
Good fight there. Got fooled a little bit, but was able to stick with it and keep it going. 11-6, top of 8, Michigan State over Nebraska. As we try to rattle out that one last spot.
0-2 to Andy. Swing and a miss. High fastball. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. A huge inning for the black and gold. 9 runs come across for Iowa. It's 13-2. We'll bring you the 5th right after this. This is Hawkeye Baseball from Learfield.
Even the simplest act can set a chain of good in motion. Like choosing Delta Dental of Iowa for your dental and vision insurance. Because we invest in your community. So whether you get your plan at work or purchase it through us, you make a difference for others. Visit sharinghealthysmiles.com and choose Delta Dental for your smile, for your health, and for your community.
American Equity salutes today's hero of the game. As a proud sponsor of the ongoing recognition of our military during Hawkeye games this season, please join American Equity in thanking all who have served our country. American Equity is more than just retirement savings and income products. They are committed to providing you best-in-class service and high-quality retirement income that helps deliver the independence to dream and reach your goals. To learn more about American Equity, please visit their website at american-equity.com.
As a proud sponsor of the Iowa Hawkeyes, U.S. Cellular wants you to make the most of today by choosing game day traditions first and scrolling later. U.S. Cellular, built for us.
Big inning for Iowa in the 4th as the Hawkeyes lead Florida International now 13-2. Top of the 5th coming up. John Evans and John Leo in Des Moines. It's been our pleasure to bring you Iowa Hawkeye baseball this entire season. Look forward to continuing on to Omaha next week and hope that you'll join us on our broadcasts. If you can't make it over to Omaha to support the Hawkeyes, we'll have coverage start to finish over there at the Big Ten tournament. New pitcher into the game for Iowa, Benjamin Dete, the left-handed redshirt senior, another local to the Metro. He's from Clive.
3-0 on the season with 3 saves in his 17 appearances, a .450 ERA, 22 innings, 17 hits, 11 runs have all been earned, 10 walks, 26 strikeouts. Opponents hitting just .221 against Ben. Fastball's going to be in the upper 80s, might touch 90. He'll throw a changeup and a big breaking slider as well. A lot of really good movement on all his pitches.
He'll face 2, 3, and 4. Becerra, Guida, and LaCory. This is a good time for Dete to come in. There are 2 lefties coming to the plate in this inning.
Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever down 86-69 to the New York Liberty. Had a tough start with getting the Liberty twice, so you're a WNBA finalist twice. Better shooting game for her today. 8 of 14, 4 of 8 from three-point range, 20 points, 7 assists, 6 rebounds, but still does have 8 turnovers, so trying to find the mix there.
1-1 pitch from Dete. That's low, ball 2. A lot of Iowa fans are tuning into those fever games. Hopefully they can start winning. 2-1 is just low. Called a ball, 3-1. Dete from the windup, the left-hander deals, strike 2. Ben played his high school baseball at Valley here in Des Moines. West Des Moines, that would be. Swing and a miss. Dete comes back and strikes out Becerra.
The Panthers' entertainment levels like they're ready to get back home.
Yeah, it's at 9-run inning in the 4th for Iowa. It's pretty deflating for them. Guida, the DH, is up. Dete missed low, ball 1. We heard from Coach Heller in the pregame of the first game that maybe try to see if the Hawks can get down and play Florida International in sort of a return series.
Yep, how it all came together was to try to get them here. It was a little bit of a guarantee to pay for some stuff, help them get here.
1-1 is lifted foul over to the right.
But then also try to be accommodating and coming back to help them there. Last I heard, Iowa's early season schedule next year is filled, but they might be a year or two out to get a trip down there.
1-2 from Dete. This is hit high and well to right. Wilmus is over near the line. He'll make the catch on the run. 2 down.
Ben gets that right on the line. Fair ball. Good track there.
Think about where Iowa's season started in Charleston. John, you were out there for those first few games against Seton Hall, Ball State, and Lehigh, and now wrapping things up against FIU. Much warmer conditions here. LaCory swings at the first pitch, pops it up. Raider Tello flips the sunglasses down, and Raider makes the catch, backpedaling and tumbling to the grass. Tello makes the grab. John, if you wanted to chirp him in the second, I think you've got new content here in the 5th.
As he immediately calls off Seegers, flips down the shades, and rumbles, bumbles, stumbles his way to a catch and a 1-pitch out.
1-2-3 inning for Ben Dete and the Hawkeyes in the top of the 5th. Iowa leads at 13-2. We're back right after this. This is Hawkeye Baseball from Learfield.
Nestled on the rolling greens of the iconic Finkbine Golf Course, Bumps Restaurant is open to the public year-round. Whether you're swinging by after a round of golf or just in the neighborhood, Bumps is your go-to spot for scrumptious sandwiches, shareable appetizers, and mouth-watering pizzas. Quench your thirst with our selection of local craft beers, or let our full bar serve you a refreshing cocktail to toast to your game, or just because it's 5 o'clock somewhere. Our happy hour from 2 to 6 p.m. is the perfect 19th hole. Be sure to follow us on Facebook and Instagram to catch our latest daily specials. And here's a little insider secret just for our radio listeners. Thursdays are not to be missed at Bumps Restaurant. It's BOGO Happy Hour. Buy one, get one free on select beverages from our happy hour menu. Whether you're a diehard golfer or just love a great meal with a view, Bumps Restaurant at Finkbine Golf Course is your destination. We're currently open Wednesday through Saturday. Swing on by today. Bumps at Finkbine Golf Course. Great food, great drinks, and the best views in town. See you at Bumps.
Today's game is presented by Iowa Department of Health and Human Services Immunization Program, reminding you to talk to your healthcare provider about vaccines and see which are right for you and your family. Vaccines, an easy home run.
New pitcher into the game for Florida International enters in the bottom of the 5th with Iowa leading 13-2. We'll introduce him in a moment. But first, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Iowa Hawkeye Baseball. Kevin Martin is the new pitcher for the Panthers, a right-handed junior from Miami.
3-0 on the season, 16 appearances. He started a game, 7.89 ERA, 29 2/3 innings, 36 hits, 31 runs, 26 of those are earned, 20 walks, 27 strikeouts. Opponents hitting .303 against him. Fastball is going to move up there, upper 80s. He'll throw a slider, throw a changeup in there every once in a while. But again, kind of as we talked about with a couple of these pitchers, has a hard time landing that slider consistently. So if he can get into the zone, keep Iowa a little off balance. But boy, if Iowa's sitting on fastball, you've kind of seen what they've been able to do with that here in the last day and a half.
The Hawks are hot right now offensively. Fouled back on the first pitch from Tello. Raiders 2 for 3 today. We're in the bottom of the 5th. Tello with a single and a home run. No balls in the strike. The pitch to Raider. Inside, 1-1. (13-2) Iowa, bottom 5 on a sunny day in downtown Des Moines. 1-1 pitch to Tello, grounded up the middle. Second baseman with a sliding backhand stop. He'll throw it over to first base. 2 retired Tello, 1 away in the Hawkeye 5th.
Well hit there, but a nice play by Quevedo. Sliding over to his right.
Able to pop up and get it over there to first in time. Here's Davis Kopp. Kopp is 0 for 3 today. A couple of strikeouts for Davis. See if he can get on base for the first time this afternoon. 1 ball, no strikes on him. The pitch is hit on the ground, third base side, and foul, 1-1.
I was just kind of glancing through the last 2 games. Iowa pitching has been really good this weekend. Just 2 hits on Friday, 4 hits yesterday, sitting on 4 hits today.
Mm-hmm. Outside, 2 balls and a strike. The free bases haven't been a major issue for Iowa this weekend. Have held them in relative control.
Yeah, they weren't great Thursday.
In on the hands and fouled off to the right side. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Davis now.
You had 8 walks and a hit by pitch, but again, Brody's was a little funny. So then if you take Brody out of there, just 4 walks and a hit by pitch, and you look at yesterday, and yesterday was just 3 walks and 1 hit by pitch. So really good job yesterday, as you know, Obermueller really was commanding of the strike zone in his time in the game, and seen that for the most part today as well. A couple walks from Watts. He hit a batter. Archer walked 1, but
Davis lines the 3-2 pitch foul, right side.
But you haven't really seen the non-competitive misses. You know, they've been around the zone for the most part. Even though today's 57% strikes, it certainly feels better than that. Yesterday was 61.
Davis hanging tough right now. Good fielding by base coach Mitch Bowe at third as Kopp chopped one over to him. So the strike percentage.
Strike percentage is good, and I think we talked about it. The big thing is, you know, the 13 punch-outs Thursday night from the offensive side.
Long at bat now. Kopp can't hit it between the white lines, but that's all right. Trying to find his pitch. Another foul ball to right.
Souvenir Saturday.
There you go. Yes. Plenty of opportunities for the fans here today. Martin leans in for the sign. He has it. Payoff pitch on its way home to Kopp. In the dirt, ball 4. Davis gets the well-earned walk.
Yeah, he did everything he needed to do to get that walk. I hate to say it, I'm actually starting to sweat in the booth today. This is good.
No way.
I'm not
this is good. Then you back it up with this is good.
Yeah, I'm not complaining about it. It's just I have not had that experience in the booth this year. It's been so unwarm at most of these.
Reese Moore is the batter. He takes a strike from Martin. We'll try your luck with the cooler temperatures next year, John. We'll see if there are any changes made, huh? You have made an improvement this year with the hand warmer, right?
Oh yes, absolutely.
Inside 1-1.
Yeah, the electric hand warmer was a fantastic addition. It was supposed to be an addition for my golf game, but golf season hasn't started yet because we're still here.
Ball and a strike on Moore. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball 2.
Yeah, I don't know what else I need. I suppose I could turn those turn the hand warmer into socks or glove. They do make those for gloves.
I do not want a heater in the press box next year. 2-1 is low, ball 3. At least I won't be contributing to it.
Well, since we're at least a year away from the new press box, we're going to still have the full open air when our friends at BTN Plus open the window for the camera.
Yeah. Maybe we'll make a new seating arrangement, huh? 3-1, Reese takes outside, ball 4. Back-to-back walks now in the 5th. New seating chart in the Banks press box. Maybe you'll convince me that we can go to the other end of the press box next year.
Where we can sit behind the closed window?
Yep.
That would be awesome. I mean, you need to talk to Aubrey, because what Aubrey will help you understand is where we sit has no bearing on how the Hawkeyes perform.
I knew when you brought Aubrey into it, this was gonna take a funny turn on me.
She will help you understand that. So we're going to have a pinch hitter for Will Muffler.
Who's going to emerge, John? Who will it be? We're waiting.
Connor Hennings.
All right.
Come on up.
Connor into the right-handed batter's box for Iowa. Assume he'll go in and play left as he bats for Muffler here in the 5th. It's 13-2 Iowa. Bottom 5. Runners at first and second with 1 out. Fastball outside from Martin. He's walked back-to-back hitters, so I think Hennings will likely be selective here.
Funny thing is, he's been around the plate. It hasn't been extremely wild.
Much better pitch there. Got the outside corner, 1-1. Kopp out there at second base. Moore at first. Pretty decent gap in right center for Connor. Here's the 1-1. That's in the dirt. Ball 2. Connor, another one of those Hawkeyes that carve his way into the lineup next year on an everyday basis.
He'll be battling for a spot with Huck gone for sure.
2-1. That's a strike at the knees, 2-2.
Then that's how Petey's a question mark just because of where he's at health-wise and what that does to the MLB draft and all that fun stuff.
Count even at 2 on Hennings. Here's the pitch. Good discipline. He laid off, ball 3.
Ben Wilmus just a junior, but maybe a little bit in that boat. Somebody wants to take a chance on him, or if he's back as well.
Full count pitch. Here it comes. Sawed off, hit on the ground, right side. Connor speeding down the line. Second baseman fields it. Throw to first is in time to get Hennings for the second out. Close play at first. Connor is out number 2.
Great hustle there. He was flying down the line.
That was one of those slow spinners that was mowing the infield grass on the way out to Quevedo at second.
And Quevedo had him shifted a little bit, so he had to hustle all the way over there.
That brings up Gable Mitchell with 2 in scoring position. and 2 outs. Gable's had an outstanding day. 2 extra base hits, Home run and a double, was also hit by a pitch. Scored 3 runs and driven in 4.
Is that good?
Very good from Gable, who's had a little bit of a frustrating stretch. Had a nice night yesterday. Was held hitless on Thursday. Back to that Northwestern series where he mashed a ton of baseballs but had nothing to show for it.
Hit 1,000 balls hard and made outs on 999 times.
That's right. 13-2, Iowa out in front, bottom 5. Second and third, 2 outs for Gable. 2 balls, no strikes. Mitchell batting from the left side. Here's the pitch. Ground ball right side. And a diving stop by Cavedo in shallow right. He throws out Mitchell at first base. Cavedo's had a nice day defensively for FIU.
Minus the one little hiccup, but a couple of really nice plays to help his pitcher out there.
13-2, Iowa holds the lead. We'll bring you the top of the 6th right after this. This is Hawkeye Baseball from Learfield.
Hi, I'm Gary Dolphin, and if you want your home to be exceptionally comfortable during these cold Iowa winters and hot, humid summers, you need to turn to Dave Lennox and your local Lennox home comfort specialist. Lennox has been serving Iowa consumers since 1895, when Dave Lennox built his first furnace in Marshalltown, and Lennox is still building its high-efficiency furnaces and air conditioners there today. For the best home comfort system you can buy, it's Lennox and your local Lennox dealer. Lennox and the Hawkeyes. Now there's a winning combination.
How do you become America's best-selling brand? Let's break it down. Innovative tech means smarter and safer driving. Intelligent all-wheel drive will keep you ready for anything. And built Ford tough trucks will always get the job done. Plus, come into your local Ford store today and get super low APR financing, big cash back, and great lease offers on Ford's full line of cars, trucks, and SUVs. That's Ford, and that's how you become America's best-selling brand. Sales claim based on calendar year sales.
For a taste of unique flavors you'll love, stop by Molly's Cupcakes in downtown Iowa City for homemade cupcakes, cookies, cakes, bars, and coffee drinks. Molly's Cupcakes is a proud supporter of the Iowa Hawkeyes.
13-2, Iowa. In the top of the 6th, Ben Dete back out to pitch for the black and gold. Ulloa will lead things off for FIU. Bit of a shift on for the Iowa infield as Dete deals strike 1. Over to the pull side a bit.
So he pops out of the Iowa clubhouse, streaks through to the bullpen.
Caused a brief delay. Here's the 0-1 from Dete. Ooh, this is hit well to left. And that is a solo home run from Alex Ulloa, making it 13-3 in the 6th.
Ulloa's 10th of the year. Boy, good quick bat there. Got on that one. Just barely carried the top of the tall wall there in left field. But barely counts.
That's right. That was a well-hit ball. Leadoff home run for Ulloa makes it 13-3 now. And Candelas will come up for the Panthers. Connor Hennings is in the game. He's playing left field. Might have a chance at this one as it's lifted down the left field line. Hennings sprinting forward. Tello going back. Nobody can make the play. It bounces foul in the middle of the Iowa bullpen.
Might have been a little bit of Connor's inexperience there. He kind of almost deferred to Rader and was going to let Rader make a ridiculously difficult catch instead of going full speed and calling him off. But maybe he didn't think he could get there either, and so you don't call him off if you don't think you can get there.
That could have been a collision out there. Thankfully not. Fouled off in the box there. 0-2. Dete out in front.
Well, just like we saw with the Moss hit in the bottom of the 4th inning. On the shift, that's such a hard ball to get to. You're so far away from it. Any of the players aren't going to.
Here's a line drive that's foul, and into the seats, left side.
None of the players have an easy run at it, so they've got to do the work to get there.
Dete in the driver's seat. Here's the pitch. Threw it behind Candelas.
It really did go behind him.
As a batter, not what you'd expect, so you're not really sure how to react. 1-2 is lined into right field for a base hit. In between Mitchell and Kopp, and back-to-back hits for the Panthers in the 6th. They are battling now. Iowa has a right-hander getting loose. That's Reese Buter in the bullpen for Iowa. (13-3) in the top of the 6th. Frett comes up for the Panthers. 0 for 1 today with a walk. And ball one inside. Dete with a 1-2-3 inning in the 5th, looking for his first out here in the 6th. Missed up and away, ball 2. Ben a bit frustrated with himself right now. Dete's a nice compliment to Jack Young in terms of the kind of closer type of pitcher or the short inning guy. 2-0 is grounded foul to the camera well over the left.
Yeah, if you need to close it left-handed, you've got options. If you need to close it right-handed, you've got options. Gives Iowa late inning ways to get out of the game, close it out.
2-1 from Dete is hit back to him. He stabs it with the backhand and flips it on the underhand to Kopp at first base to record the first out of the inning. Candelas advances to second.
Just take the out there. No reason to do anything terribly tricky.
I'd like to see that from Dete because it was over to his opposite side, the first base side, and he fielded that calmly and then confidently decided, I'm going to first base, get the out.
Yeah, we've seen the bunt at Ohio State and the bunt at home against Northwestern maybe got sped up just a little bit, but stayed in control there and popped off the mound nicely and got the out.
Another left-handed batter for the Panthers. Takes a ball. This is Quevedo. 0 for 1 with a walk and a strikeout. He's been making some nice defensive plays at second for the Panthers today. 1-0 pitch from Dete. That's high, ball 2.
Kind of determined Quevedo's going to make you come into the strike zone to him, so not going to help you out early in counts.
2-0 is lined to left. Hennings has a beat on it. Connor caught it for out number 2. Well, Dete came in the strike zone there, and Quevedo put a good swing on it.
Well, that's the idea. He has 3 extra base hits, so go right at him, let him swing the bat, and see how far the ball goes.
2 outs for Roney, and Coach Heller is out of the Iowa dugout. Looks like the Hawks will be making a change here in the 6th.
Go to Butte. It'll be. Wonder if Justin Hackett's a Central Iowa kid too, as I see him guarding the bullpen catcher there. See if he gets a kind of running out of innings with the run rule stuff, but see if he gets an opportunity here from being from Winterset.
Ben Dete walks off to a nice ovation from the Hawkeye faithful. Iowa leads at 13-3. We'll take a pitching change break in the 6th. Back right after this. This is Hawkeye Baseball from Learfield.
Whether you're building a backyard fence for your family's new best friend or firing up the excavator for your next commercial project, a free and simple call can save you from expensive fines and even save your life. Call 811 at least 2 days before you start your next project to have underground utility lines located and marked. At Mid-American Energy, your safety is our #1 priority. So, make it your priority to call 811 before you dig. Paid for by the customers of Mid-American Energy.
Our mission at Oak Knoll is to provide exceptional retirement living and health services through life care. I'm Steve Rowe, CEO. We are a not-for-profit life plan community and have served the Iowa City area for 57 years. Oak Knoll is located near University of Iowa hospitals and clinics, Kinnick Stadium, Carver Hawkeye Arena, Hancher Auditorium, and downtown Iowa City. Visit our website at oakknoll.com to learn more. We're a proud sponsor of Hawkeye Athletics. Go Hawks!
Feel the excitement as NASCAR returns to the Iowa Speedway with Powerball and the Iowa Lottery. Add the double play bonus to your Powerball ticket for your chance to win exclusive NASCAR prizes. See complete rules and details at ialottery.com/VIP.
Top of the sixth inning at Principal Park, Iowa leading FIU 13-3. New pitcher into the game for Iowa is Reese Buter, the right-handed redshirt junior from Cedar Falls.
1-3 on the season in 15 appearances with a start, 17 1/3 innings pitched, 31 hits, 26 runs have all been earned, just 9 walks, 19 strikeouts. Opponents hitting a pretty big number on Reese, but he's been kind of finding his groove a little bit better here in recent outings. A little up and down still, but more good than bad.
And you think about what Reese could be asked to do next week. We're setting up a lot of these pitchers to have meaningful innings in Omaha next week. Reese would be one of them. Throws a really nice fastball as he'll face Roney here. Runner at second, 2 outs. Big lead at second base. Fastball with a lot of zip to it. Missed up and in, ball 1.
The Big Ten tournament field is set, and congratulations to Illinois for winning the title outright, as Michigan State beats Nebraska today 11-6.
1-0 pitch from Buter is a slider low and in, ball 2. So it'll be Iowa and Michigan.
You're going to make me do the math on Ohio State, Penn State, aren't you?
Strike 1 from Reese, the fastball downstairs. That's kind of tricky to do in the middle here, John. I'll let you off the hook.
The ultimate of multitasking.
Yeah. You're going to go silent for a few minutes on me. 2-1 pitch from Buter is lined into center field. Nelson coming forward. That's going to drop in that triangle. And a run scores for the Panthers. It's 13-4. And the RBI single for Brendan Roney.
Got jammed up, just kind of squared it out there. Pinch hitter coming in here now. Figueroa again for West.
Figueroa is a tall left-handed hitter.
He's got a couple at-bats in the weekend.
Slider inside from Buter to start him off, ball 1. 13-4. As the Panthers have scored a couple times here in the 6th. There's strike 1 from Reese, goes back to the slider. Reese working awfully fast right now. Quickly back on the rubber and delivers the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. 1-2. Runner at first base and 2 outs. Hawkeyes will have Wilmus, Seegers, and Moss due up in the bottom of the 6th. 9-run lead as it stands right now. Pitch floats outside 2-2. Wilmus, Seegers, and Moss have done a nice job setting the table for the Iowa power hitters at the top of the order. Florida International within the run rule window now. The lead is 9 for Iowa. 2-2. Popped up, left side. Seegers goes back. Michael shielding his eyes from the sun. He makes the catch in shallow left center field. That'll do it for the top of the 6th. A couple runs come across for Florida International. It's 13-4, Iowa with the lead. We're back in a moment. This is Hawkeye Baseball from Learfield.
Brown Deer Golf Club offers a pure golf experience. Manicured bentgrass fairways with tees and greens carved into gracefully rolling landscape. Challenging, yet extremely playable. Improve your game with PGA instruction and our full-service pro shop. Treat yourself to Bunker's Bar and Grill for lunch or dinner. And our scenic Greenview Banquet Room is perfect for weddings or any special event. Brown Deer Golf Club, a stunning country club setting at affordable public rates.
Tickets are on sale now for the Hy-Vee IndyCar Race Weekend Concert Series. Saturday, July 13th, see Luke Combs and Eric Church. And Sunday, July 14th, see Post Malone and Kelsey Ballerini, live in concert. 1 ticket per day gets you into a race and 2 concerts. Tickets on sale now at HyVeeIndyCarWeekend.com.
Oak Knoll's mission is to provide exceptional retirement living and health services through Life Care, a not-for-profit life plan community serving the Iowa City community for 57 years. Oak Knoll is conveniently located near the University of Iowa hospitals and clinics, Kinnick Stadium, Carver Hawkeye Arena, and downtown Iowa City. A proud sponsor of Hawkeye Athletics, visit oakknoll.com to learn more.
13-4 leading Florida International in the regular season finale. The rubber match of this 3-game series with the Panthers. We're in the bottom of the 6th. John Evans and John Leo at Principal Park in Des Moines.
All right, I got you.
Yes.
I believe here are, let me pull it up here. Got to get it now back to my correct thing. I believe the final standings in the Big Ten will be Illinois 1, Nebraska 2, Indiana 3, Michigan 4, Iowa 5, Purdue 6, Penn State 7, Ohio State 8.
Okay. You think Penn State has the tiebreaker over Ohio State?
I believe they're 1 game better in the common opponent category. So I believe it'll be an Illinois-Ohio State matchup either Tuesday night or Wednesday afternoon.
Ben Wilmus leads off Iowa's 6th inning, takes a strike.
And Iowa will catch them the Michigan at whichever time Illinois doesn't choose.
Right. 0-1 to Wilmus is popped up. Right side into foul ground, now twisting back into fair. They lost it in the sun, and it drops again. Wilmus will get to second base, sliding in with a double. That ball dropped right inside the line. The second baseman, Quevedo, was moving over there, and then at the last moment kind of turned away with his hand up in the air, and it's down for Wilmus.
Yeah, Quevedo just never seemed to see it. He knew the general area, but just couldn't pick it out of the sun again.
And so back to your talking point there, the Big Ten tournament, Jack Crowder versus Landon Beidelshees in the first round. That's a good pitching matchup if Beidelshees can pick it back up again.
There you go.
Michael Seegers bats for Iowa. The Hawks up by 9 in the 6th. First pitch to Michael. Strike 1 from Kevin Martin.
Michigan's had such a funny rotation. It's hard to tell who will actually come out and throw. You know, do you get Mitch Voigt in game 1? They've been a little less consistent with kind of the who and the how they throw.
0-1 is in the dirt. 1-1. Yeah, no clue. Couldn't tell you. There aren't very many options for Michigan.
Not that we saw, but the ones we saw got a lot of outs that weekend.
I'm still holding on to that series a little bit, John.
It doesn't surprise me at all that you're still a little bitter.
1-1 to Michael is lined foul over the right.
Yeah, what I think the top six and the coaches would have had Rutgers and Maryland in it. And Rutgers finished a tough season today, 6-18. Maryland 10-14, misses the conference tournament.
1-2 to Seegers in the dirt, ball 2. First time that Maryland has not made the conference tournament since 2018.
Oof.
Not sure what really went wrong for them this year. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Seegers with nobody out. Wilmus at second base. Time called somewhere. There's a loose ball on the field.
I was hassling the Iowa bullpen today about doing a lousy job of backstopping, having balls get down behind home plate. Had a couple of them now from FIU get behind home plate from the bullpen.
Seegers looking for his first hit of the game. Scoops it foul over to our right. Michael's walked a couple of times, so he's been on base plenty.
Well, the Maryland issue, I mean, you can stem it right back to to the Northwestern series. You know, took 1 of 3 from Northwestern, needed extra innings to get that one.
Michael hits it on the ground right side. Diving stop by LaCory, the first baseman. The pitcher covering is late, and Wilmus is going to try to score from third, and he will, making it 14-4.
Give Michael Seegers you won't give him an RBI single. You'll give him the single, and then on the drop, you'll probably get an error on the pitcher that allowed Wilmus to score. And we're back to the run rule.
Yeah, Martin was covering there and landed awkwardly on the bag and took a little bit of a tumble as he was late covering the bag. At least Michael beat him down the line. 14-4, Iowa with the lead in the bottom of the 6th. Looks like Florida International is making a pitching change. We'll take the pitching change break here. Iowa back up by 10. Back in a moment after this pitching change break. This is Hawkeye Baseball from Learfield.
If you or someone you know is having thoughts of suicide, experiencing a mental health or substance use crisis, or just need someone to listen, 988 provides a direct connection to free, confidential, and compassionate support. When you call, text, or chat 988, you'll be quickly connected to trained crisis counselors who will listen to your concerns, provide support, and connect you to additional resources if needed. There is hope. You are not alone. For 24/7 support, call or text 988 or chat 988lifeline.org.
The silly moments, the proud moments, even the hard moments. They're what make life remarkable. And they're why Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield is here for every moment. Committed to making healthcare better, more affordable, with more choices for care. And service and coverage that give you peace of mind no matter what comes your way. So you can show up for every tender moment, every brave moment, and every wouldn't miss it for the world moment. Knowing that Blue is here for you. Go to Wellmark.com/every moment to find a plan right for you.
Today's game is brought to you in part by Brown Deer Golf Club in Coralville, featuring Bunkers Bar and Grill. Enjoy a great Bunkers menu with burgers, chicken, salads, wraps, and Gimmy's Pizza and Wings, a new pop-up menu at Bunkers that's all about savory pizzas and mouth-watering wings. To-go orders are welcome, as are you and your family at Brown Deer Golf in Coralville.
New pitcher into the game for the Panthers. This is Owen Puck, a 6'4" right-hander. He's a junior from Cedar Rapids, Iowa.
0-2 on the season, 13 appearances, 9 starts, 9.38 ERA, 24 innings, 26 hits, 33 runs, just 25 of those are earned. 21 walks, 25 strikeouts, 274 batting average allowed. He's going to get it up there. The straight fastball is going to be in the low 90s. Got a pitch that he'll throw off that kind of a sinker cutter sort of thing that's going to come in the upper 80s. Again, just needs to be able to find the strike zone. He'll throw a slider and a changeup as well. Kind of struggled in conference a little bit so far in Conference USA this year. 3 starts, 5 appearances, 8.71 ERA there as well. So just needs to find the strike zone and develop some consistency there.
I think that's checked off the list for Florida International of all the Iowa kids that have made it in. They have one more.
They have one more, another left-handed pitcher, Ryan Ryerson from Marshalltown.
Okay. Merrick Matthews will pinch hit for Iowa in the 6th. Fastball is low, ball 1.
Matthews 3 hits in his 9 at-bats this year.
He's batting for Cade Moss in the 6th. 14-4 Iowa. Here's the pitch to Matthews. There's a fastball for a strike. Outer edge.
So that'll probably plug him into first base today and move Davis Kopp to catch.
One is low and out. Knocked down by Roney behind the plate. Seegers stayed at first.
The home plate umpire just give Rooney the friendly pat on the back of, it's been a day, man. It's been a day.
Nobody out in the inning. 2-1 pitch to Matthews. That's low, ball 3.
Yeah, I think think Rooney's caught balls off just about every body part today.
Great effort behind the plate. 3-1. That's low. Oh, called a strike. Got away from Roney there, and Seegers advanced to second base.
That's got to go as a pass ball there. You don't see a strike get to the backstop unless it's a swinging strike very often.
Fooled me up here. I figured low, but count is full for Matthews now. Runner in scoring position for him. Here's the pitch from Puck. Swing and a miss. Did he get a foul tip?
Foul.
No, just a swing and a miss.
Oh.
Matthews is out number 1.
I thought he foul tipped it.
Roney just dropped it.
Roney just dropped it. Well, again, he's taken a beating today. If he's not seeing 2 baseballs, I would be surprised anyway. He's done a great job behind the plate.
Top of the order, here's Andy Nelson. And he takes slider outside, ball 1. Statistically, Andy is just 1 for 4 today, but he has a run scored, 2 RBIs, and aside from the strikeout, he has put the ball in play a lot. 1-0 pitch to Andy. Line drive, just foul down the line and right.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing as I looked at him. Like, really? He's only 1 for 4? Seems like he's hit the ball really hard. He got caught up in the shift twice, actually. This time they've had Cluedo's had him played perfectly up the middle.
And they've got it, the shift again here for him. The 1-1, swing and a miss. Good breaking ball from Puck. 1-2.
You want to see Iowa lock in here and have a couple good at-bats to finish. Don't start expanding the zone. Don't start swinging at a bunch of extra stuff.
One ball, 2 strikes with 1 out. The pitch to Nelson. He chased a pitch way outside. Don't see that very often from Andy. He's out number 2 with another strikeout.
Yeah, he just got completely fooled there. Went for a ball that Rooney had to dive out into the left-handed batter's box to catch.
And brings up Raider Tello with 2 outs. Iowa's up by 10 in the bottom of the 6th. Seegers out there at second base. First pitch to Raiders, up and in. It hit him. Raider could not get out of the way. And he will take his base. That brings Davis Kopp to the box. 2 on for him with 2 away. Kopp walked his last time up. In the box, right-hander on right-hander matchup here. Puck delivers. Kopp takes a high strike.
Illinois celebrates their Big Ten title with 4 runs in the top of the first inning against Purdue, but Purdue does have the bases loaded, 2 outs in the bottom of the inning.
See what they can do. 0-1 is hit foul over the FIU dugout.
That's that ball that almost hit Davis again. He swings at it.
You beat me to it, John. I think if he lays off that, the same result as Raider.
Yeah.
Catches maybe a little piece of the forearm, something, the jersey somewhere up there, but Davis couldn't lay off. No balls and 2 strikes on him now. Puck is ready. Here's the pitch. In the dirt.
Now, to be fair, Davis doesn't wear one of those elbow guards, so I wouldn't want to get hit on the elbow either. So, might as well, I mean, I guess you still don't have to swing at it. You could just try to take it.
Iowa leading by 10 in the bottom of the 6th. 1-2 to Kopp. Outside. You like to see that from Roney there. To take away the short hop, he really reached out to go get it. Because if he were to let that low outside pitch come any deeper, or keep his mitt back, that has a higher chance to kick away from him on the bounce.
Yeah, catch the heel, spin away, do all kinds of funny things.
2-2. Davis lines into the left center field gap. That's down for a base hit. Seager's around third. He'll score easily. Tello advancing to third. It's 15-4 on the RBI single for Davis Cobb.
Jammed him in a little bit, but he was able to fight it off. And strong enough to knock it out into left center field. I don't think Tello really wanted to go from first to third, and not because he wasn't running hard. It's just because the game and score, you're trying not to show anybody up, but eventually saying, I have to run. And so they took off and kept going again.
$15-4. Run rule is in effect. Iowa has a couple runs to play with now in the top of the 7th. Here's Reese Moore. First pitch is a strike from Puck. Reese has been on a couple times today, reached on an error, and he walked his last time up in the 5th. 0-1 pitch. That's downstairs. I'm glad this has been such a great turnout for Hawkeye fans and for the program, and that we'll be back at Principal sometime again soon. 1 ball and 1 strike. Puck is ready. Here's the pitch to Reese. Check swing. Did he go? Ooh, they said yes. Down the third baseline. Okay, 1-2.
That's about all you can say to that.
Yep. Here's the pitch to Reese. Outside, ball 2. Two balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. The pitch to Moore. Ground ball left side. Ulloa has it on the backhand. Long throw to first base is high and over the first baseman's head. Tello scores. Kopp goes to third. Reese beats it out at 16-4.
Just tried to plant the back foot. Had no play at second because of the shift, and when Ulloa planted his foot, he just launched it. And a tall Figueroa had no chance of coming up with that one. Probably one you just, if it's on turf, you throw it low and you try to get it to skip.
Sure.
Natural grass and dirt, you're trying to get it there in the air, and so you just end up launching it. The netting brings it back into play, actually, or it was in the seats.
Hennings will bat now for Iowa. First pitch up and in. We got to look at the replay from Ulloa. It's almost as if he threw that without locking his eyes visually on the target. He had committed to throwing that before really getting his head up after getting it on the backhand there.
Knew he needed to get rid of it quick, but that's also how you make 26 errors in the season, is not really thinking through what all you're going to do.
16-4 Iowa in the 6th. Hennings is up with runners at the corners. Moore at first, Kopp at third. 2-0 to Hennings. Here it comes. He got his hands going and fouled it off. A pitch that was moving magnetically up towards him. Connor couldn't lay off and just got a piece of it. Connor's really frustrated with himself right now, pacing around.
Yeah, he knows it should be 3-0, but just couldn't get the brakes to start a little quicker or get back a little bit further.
2 balls and a strike on Hennings. Here's the pitch. Connor took it low, ball 3.
Good discipline there. We've seen him swing at that pitch a couple times. Stayed off of it, didn't swing over the top of it.
See if Connor gets something to hit. Outfield playing very deep against Hennings. Here's the 3-1. Good pitch that snapped in for a strike, 3-2.
Good strong fastball there. 94 as we do have the clock back on. All of a sudden it just showed back up.
Hello. Full count pitch. Puck is ready. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. Hennings goes down on strikes. for the third out. 3 runs for Iowa in the 6th. We'll go to the top of the 7th. Iowa leads at 16-4 with the run rule in effect. We'll see if the Hawkeyes can shut things down when we come back. This is Hawkeye Baseball from Learfield.
About this new type of television experience from Epson? It's called the Epic Vision Ultra Laser Projection TV. It combines a new type of laser projection technology along with a unique Epson Silverflex screen to produce an epic 120-inch 4K Pro UHD picture that's up to 4 times bigger than a traditional 60-inch TV. There's no better way to watch live sports, and watching Iowa basketball play live on this big bright TV is simply awesome. If you're a sports fanatic like me, you need to check this new Epson TV out for yourself. Visit Epson.com/TV to learn more.
Get a great offer on the stylish HR-V or the Honda Civic, which car and driver called fun to drive. Honda, the brand named Kelly Blue Book's KBB.com best value brand for 2023. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 3.9% APR on a 2024 Honda Civic or HR-V.
So see your Central Midwest Honda dealer today. Honda gets the Midwest.
See dealer for financing details. Exclude Civic SI and Type R car and driver January 2023 based on 2023 brand image awards from Kelly Blue Book. Visit KBB.com for more information.
Top of the 7th inning in Des Moines. A nice weekend here at Principal Park. Iowa leading Florida International 16-4. The run rule is in effect here today, and so if Iowa can get 3 outs without allowing 3 runs, this will do it. Reese Buter will start the inning for the Hawkeyes, and hopefully he can finish it. Who's out there in center field, John? Who's that?
Kyle Huckstorf makes his, I guess not a debut. He's pinch ran a couple times, but since injuring himself diving for the ball against Nebraska, he's back. I'm sorry, swinging the bat, not diving for it, swinging the bat against Nebraska.
Huckstorf out there in center field as strike 1 is fired in there from Buter. Working quickly, here comes the 0-1. It's fouled off of the catching equipment of Davis Kopp, who's catching for Iowa with Blake Guerin at first base as well. No other changes for the black and gold. No balls and 2 strikes. Buter from the windup. Fastball up and in. Austin Deering is the batter for FIU. Slider out, 2-2.
This has been kind of the thing with Butte. You know, you get ahead and then you just start going to the edges.
Low ball 3.
Whatever strike 1, strike 2 mentality is, needs to bottle that and bring it to the next ones.
Full count pitch from Buter is hit in the air deep to left center field. Huckstorf and Hennings coming together. It is Hennings in left who makes the catch for the first out.
Hennings has got to give way for Huck there.
I was thinking the same thing.
Let Huck make that catch. I know it's in left field, but of course I was just being critical of Henny not calling off Tello over here and not making a play. So we'll let Henny stake his ground out there in left field. So that's all right.
First pitch from Buter to Guida is outside for ball 1.
I'm sure for Huck it feels good just to run around in the outfield, get out there in the grass and move.
Take those long strides. 1-0 dropped in for a strike, 1-1. I was just thinking, Huck is going to go 110%, whether he's slightly injured or not. 1-1 pitch from Buter is lined into right center field. That is down for a base hit. Wilmus cuts it off in the gap. It is a 1-out single for Guida. You think Huck has the green light to dive?
If he holds his right hand behind his back, he probably does.
I don't think it matters if Huck has the red or green light. I think I know what he's going to do no matter what. That's part of the 110% of Kyle Huckstorf, isn't it? Runner at first. Andre Martinez batting for the Panthers now. Righty on righty matchup. Hit on the ground to third. Rader brings it in, throws to second for 1, over to first, and it's a low throw that Guerin could not pick out of the dirt. And so Martinez is on first base.
It was a bad throw from Tello to Mitchell, who did a heck of a job backhanding it at second base, and then said, well, heck, I'm just going to do that to Guerin too. And Blake unfortunately couldn't make the backhand Olay scoop.
On the turf, he has it. What do you think?
On the turf, he has it. We'll go with that. But now we've got to Hawks have to get one more out.
16-4 in the 7th. This is Yaloa. First pitch from Buter is a fastball high.
Yaloa got a hold of one last time. Tried to hit that, what is it, a blue OK bottle out there? Can't read it. It's
Blue Ox.
Blue Ox. That makes more sense.
1-0 is hit in the air to right. Wilmus tracking back. Ben has it for the third out. And that is a Hawkeye winner. Iowa takes care of business 16-4. Iowa wins it in run rule fashion on back-to-back games. Takes the series and takes the regular season finale 16-4.
Well done, bud. Bouncing back from a tough outing on Thursday, did a really nice job. The bats really had a lot of quality to them, a lot of good barrels on both Friday and Saturday. Got the job done, and the pitching staff was very, very good.
We'll take a break. We're back with postgame right after this. This is Hawkeye Baseball from Learfield.
The big game. Family. Friends. We know you count on Alliant Energy to deliver the safe, reliable energy you need, whether you're watching the game, cooking your famous burgers, or leaving a light on for loved ones. For us, it means going beyond the expected to make sure we're planning for the energy you need today and tomorrow. That way you can keep your eye on the ball and focus on what's most important to you. Find out more at alliantenergy.com/poweringbeyond.
So do I need vaccinations?
If I don't get vaccinated, how sick can I get?
Can I get multiple vaccines at once?
What's done to make sure vaccines are safe?
It's important to address your concerns about vaccines. Just make sure to get answers from people you can trust. Ask your doctor or healthcare provider about vaccinations, because they know you and they'll always put your health first. A message from the Iowa Department of Health and Human Services.
Iowa beats Florida International in the series finale today, 16-4 in 7 innings. The Hawkeyes greeting the fans and tipping their cap to the Hawkeye faithful that have come out this weekend to watch the Hawkeyes play. A nice complete win again for Iowa over Florida International today, John.
Really cool scene behind home plate. Everybody tipping their caps, waving to the crowd that's still here. A lot of them hung around, so just a good atmosphere.
Positive momentum, building on it heading into Omaha, John, with today's win.
Absolutely. Again, a lot of quality at-bats the last 2 days. You had some guys build some confidence on the mound and do a nice job pitching, so a lot of good things to take and get after it.
Who was your offensive highlight today, John? Your offensive star for the Hawkeyes?
I think it probably, well, you got a couple. I suppose you have to go with Ben Wilmus. No, didn't drive in any runs. 3 for 3 with 3 runs, though. Raider Tello, 2 for 4, scored 3, drove in 2, hit a home run. Gable Mitchell, how about that? Yep. 2 for 3, 3 runs scored, 4 RBIs, had a double, a home run, got hit by a pitch. Pretty solid day for Gable all the way around.
And the pitching staff did a nice job today as well.
Did a really nice job. Maybe Archer, you'd like to see a few more strikes, but overall, guys were in the zone, got after it. Just 3 walks from the staff, 1 hit by pitch. So another really good job there, being in the strike zone and letting your defense do work for you.
Iowa beats Florida International today, 16-4 in 7 innings. We'll take a break. We're back with highlights right after this. This is Hawkeye Baseball from Learfield.
Nestled on the rolling greens of the iconic Finkbine Golf Course, Bumps Restaurant is open to the public year-round. Whether you're swinging by after a round of golf or just in the neighborhood, Bumps is your go-to spot for scrumptious sandwiches, shareable appetizers, and mouth-watering pizzas. Quench your thirst with our selection of local craft beers. Or let our full bar serve you a refreshing cocktail to toast to your game. Or just because it's 5 o'clock somewhere. Our happy hour from 2 to 6 p.m. is the perfect 19th hole. Be sure to follow us on Facebook and Instagram to catch our latest daily specials. And here's a little insider secret just for our radio listeners. Thursdays are not to be missed at Bumps Restaurant. It's BOGO Happy Hour. Buy one, get one free on select beverages from our happy hour menu. Whether you're a diehard golfer or just love a great meal with a view, Bumps Restaurant at Finkbine Golf Course is your destination. We're currently open Wednesday through Saturday. Swing on by today. Bumps at Finkbine Golf Course. Great food, great drinks, and the best views in town. See you at Bumps.
Iowa takes down Florida International 16-4 this afternoon. Let's hear the highlights. 0-1 is hit on the ground to Kopp at first. He touches the bag, now throws to second. Seegers applies the tag for the double play. 2-1 to Mitchell. This one's hit high and deep to right field. Right fielder going back. Get going, baby. It is gone. Gable Mitchell ties us up with a home run to right.
He got it into the Busch Lights seating for me. We were joking about that yesterday. He said he hit it off the wall and got one. Home run number 4 now for Gable Mitchell as he has found a power stroke.
They've got a shift on for Andy. 3 infielders to the left side of second base. Andy swings at the first pitch. Deep drive to left. Get going, baby. It is gone. Andy Nelson with a 2-run shot to left. Hawks have the lead. First pitch to Rader. He hits this high and deep to right field. This will carry. Get going, baby. It is gone. Adios, Pelotas. 3-1. Gable hits it into center field. Becerra going back. He's tracking it. He leaps up. It's off the wall. Couldn't make the play. 1 run is in. Here comes another. They're sending Mulfleur around third. He'll score. It's a bases clearing double for Gable Mitchell. 1-2. Cade lifts in the air down the right field line. Candelas coming forward and is going to drop in front of him. 2-run score for Cade Moss's single that was just hit into no man's land down the right field line. 1-0 is hit in the air to right. Wilmus tracking back. Ben has it for the third out. And that is a Hawkeye winner. Iowa takes care of business 16-4. Iowa wins it in run rule fashion on back-to-back games. Next up for the Hawkeyes, the Big Ten tournament. Looks like Iowa will be in that 4-5 game on most likely Wednesday, but we'll have to wait and see what Illinois decides to do.
Yeah, all on Illinois. I was just kind of looking back. The Iowa-Michigan series was a good one. Michigan took 2 out of 3 in Banks, something that a lot of teams don't do. Iowa wins the opener 3-2 in 10 innings. Falls then 4-3 in the first game of a doubleheader that got smushed together because of some weather, and then due to some weird scheduling, they went ahead and pitched the same fella then to start game 2. And Iowa had a lead late. It was 6-5, but 5 runs in the 8th inning allowed Michigan to come back and win that game 10-6. So won the series and set up a chance for Iowa to come back.
Looking very much so. Looking forward to the rematch with Michigan, John. All right, we'll take one more break and we'll wrap things up right after this. This is Hawkeye Baseball from Learfield.
Hi, I'm Gary Dolphin, and if you want your home to be exceptionally comfortable during these cold Iowa winters and hot, humid summers, you need to turn to Dave Lennox and your local Lennox home comfort specialist. Lennox has been serving Iowa consumers since 1895, when Dave Lennox built his first furnace in Marshalltown, and Lennox is still building its high-efficiency furnaces and air conditioners there today. For the best home comfort system you can buy, it's Lennox and your local Lennox dealer. Lennox and the Hawkeyes. Now there's a winning combination.
If you guessed that was the sound of a bag of Pioneer brand A-Series soybeans,
You guessed right. Well, kinda. It was really the sound of an innovative team that spent decades perfecting a seed with exclusive genetics and the ultimate agronomic advantage. The sort of breeders who don't rest until they've achieved outstanding performance. Pioneer brand A-Series soybeans. #1 for a reason. Visit pioneer.com/genetics.
Fun weekend for Hawkeye Nation in Des Moines at Principal Park. Hope to do it again sometime soon. Really, the iCubs, great hosts.
Oh, fantastic group that helped us out, kind of worked through some technical kinks early on and got us going, and then just treated us right here all weekend long.
Iowa wins a couple of games this weekend, takes care of business today with the win over Florida International. That'll do it for our coverage of Iowa Hawkeye baseball this afternoon. From our great board op down the line, Michael Tackett. Excellent job as always. John Evans, my color analyst. I'm John Leo saying so long from Principal Park, where Iowa run rules Florida International to end the regular season. We'll talk to you from Omaha next week. Every day is a great day to be a Hawkeye, and some are just a little bit better than others. So long, everybody.
Hawkeye Baseball has been brought to you by Hy-Vee. Score big savings with the new Hy-Vee Perks membership. University of Iowa Healthcare. Changing medicine, changing lives. Oak Knoll Retirement Community. Homewood Suites and Home 2. Hawk fans, experience your home away from home at Coralville's finest all-suite hotels. Iowa Corn. You might think Iowa just grows corn, but the truth is, corn grows Iowa. Brought to you by Iowa's corn farmers of the Iowa Corn Growers Association and the Iowa Corn Promotion Board. Also brought to you by Mediacom, home of extreme and 1 gig internet speeds. Wimmer's Meats, the official hot dog of the Hawkeyes. Travel Leaders, Destinations Unlimited, the official travel partner of the Hawkeyes. And by Bud & Mary's. There's no THC cap on Iowa medical cannabis, and getting a card is fast and easy online. Get your medical card today. Visit budmary.com. The preceding has been a Learfield presentation on the Hawkeye Sports Network.